A lot of you probably thought Piper's never gonna start stream. Well, surprise, surprise. Not to gloat in anyone's faces, but I think I just started stream. Call me crazy, but I think I actually started stream. Oh, that's a lot of check-ins. Wait, hold on. Thanks for checking in, Tara, Polly, Agent 47, Landy, Ninja. Happy birthday, by the way. Proxy, Tinker, Piccolo, Ethan Winter. I feel like... Does it still sound as endearing if I'm kind of just like reading it like a list? I feel like I've stripped the endearing genuinity from it, and now it's kind of just like a hit list, kind of. It's like Piper's list. Imagine the movie instead of... Oh, maybe I shouldn't make that comparison. Maybe that's not a good idea. Oh, but thanks for checking in Otako, Skiris as well. And Galaxy. And I believe I got everyone thus far. Also, thanks for the 10 months, Piccolo. And thanks for the 10 months, Skiris. Should I thank for the giant polar bear? I don't know about that. I don't care, just say hi. Hello, Ethan Winters. You have returned, Ethan Winters. Your daughter is gone, Ethan Winters. Oh, thanks for checking in, Phoebe, as well. Oh, and you too, Morima. I want to be on Piper's hit list. Piper, it's always a hit list, and said that the ones not named are the ones getting erased. Oh, there's an ad break. Frick my super mega chungus life. Oh, thanks for checking in as well, Fuzzy. And Aku as well. And I'm sorry, does anyone see it? Thanks for the on-screen celebration as well. I'm curious, but does anyone see the on-screen celebration? I don't see anything on my end. Is it broken? Did I break it? You saw it? Oh, so you're telling me that everyone gets to see it except me. Everyone gets to see the on-screen celebration except me. How's that fair? Twitch, how's that fair? I feel like this is super unfair. I think I'm being scammed here. Oh, thanks for checking in as well. Connor and Hyogen. Hello, by the way. And thanks for the resub. Or the 9 months, Snecka. Is it better to say thanks for the resub or sub? Or is it better to say thanks for like X amount of months you've subscribed for? Also, thanks for checking in as well, Snecka. Can't tell which is better. Which sounds better? Which is more... I feel like the months are better, because it's kind of acknowledging. Like, yeah, it's been a really long time. Or like, you know, like depending on like the amount of months it's been. Almost forgot to check in. I forgot I am poor after the Gamba last stream. I'm sorry, Morima, but don't worry. This stream will have another Gamba. Ideally, every stream we have a channel bling Gamba. Because I love gambling, but I'm not allowed to say that out loud, so pretend I didn't say that. I don't see it. Scan by your own redeems. I swear to God. Well, the thing is, it's not technically a redeem that I made. It's like a Twitch bit redeem thing. I saw it, that's what matters. Yeah, but I want to see it too. I didn't see it on my end. How's that fair? Months is killer. Thanks for the 9 months. Months is so we can flex. I wonder, do people actually like flex about the amount of months they're sub? At some point, when you're sub for so long, doesn't it just kind of become a number? Oh, thanks for checking in as well. But I hope you're all doing poggers. It's Saturday. Congratulations on making it through the entire week. It's the weekend now. Hope you've had a super amazing, epic weekend so far. I'm currently zooted on pain meds. I still feel a little pain every time I open my mouth wide. Every time I open my mouth wide, what is it? Or what is it? Yeah. When I open my mouth wide, or like if I like try and laugh or something, I can feel like a slight pain from like on my wisdom tooth area with my jaw. But because I'm doubling up on the pain meds, not that much. And before I was only taking ibuprofen, but now I'm taking like I don't know what like the actual thing is called. Let me search up the brand name. Oh, thanks for checking in as well, Nilly. Nelly. Yeah. Acetaminophen. I don't know what that is. I'm taking Tylenol. I'm taking Motrin and Tylenol. That's what I'm doing. And it's working. It's pretty epic. It's pretty poggers. I'm not gonna lie. It feels great not feeling any pain. Well, not a lot of pain. Because before, like especially in the last stream, it was hurting like a motherfucker. I didn't want to say it out loud, but it was really, really hurting. I took like one like pill of like a Motrin, which is like, you know, like 200 milligrams of ibuprofen. But this time I'm taking 400, so like 2 pills, along with what is that? The Tylenol as well. So I'm feeling kind of epic. The pain isn't as bad. Of course, it's like still there. I can still feel the pressure and stuff. And like sometimes when I open my mouth like a little too wide, I feel a little sting. But honestly, I'd rather a little pain than like a heckin' metric ton of pain. So I'm glad that's all been sorted. Also, thanks for checking in, MG. And Nugget. Hello, Nugs. But yeah. So, what is today's plan? What is the game plan here? Did I miss anyone, by the way? If I didn't say hi to you, say hi again. Say hi. Don't you dare immediately lurk in the shadows without saying hi. You dare lurk after not saying hi? How dare you? I'm kidding, you don't have to say hi. I mean, but if you really think about it. If you really think about it, it's like entering someone's like house and not saying hi. It's like you went through the window. You crawl through the window and you're staring at them from the open closet. That's what lurking without saying hi is. And by the way, that's not me saying like, oh, you have to say hi now and whatever. It's just a funny conjecture I was thinking of, because it's kind of like that a little, where it's like, you know, some people kind of just like, it's like I imagine like lurking is kind of like a person shuffling in quietly, kind of watching for a bit, and then like shuffling out. You know, kind of like at a concert. You know, like at a concert, it's just a person who like shuffles through the door between people, and then like they watch for like a little and then like shuffle out the door. It's like they're kind of like ninjas because like no one knows they're there. But yeah. Also, thanks for checking in, Leonia and Madstrokes as well. Madstrokes, Leonia, are you cat related? Not to like put you on the spot, but are you cat related? What if I told you I don't like cats? What if I told you I prefer dogs? What if I actually have that dog in me? Is that a Eugene Krabs? I heard you like money. Excuse me, but it's normal to use the window and closet? No, it's not. Is it bad if guests come to the house and I hide away? Honestly, I do the same. I'm not gonna lie. Really depends though. Really depends on the celebration. Sometimes whenever like extended family are visiting, or like my siblings' friends are coming, I tend to kind of just like hide in my room. But sometimes I'm forced to eat with everyone, like especially if it's like dinner or something. Then I'm forced to like come down to like the dining area, and I'm just like, oh great, I'm awkwardly eating my food in silence as I stare at these people talking to each other. And sometimes matters get worse when they're like, oh, Piper, I heard you're doing so-and-so now. Like, what is that about? I'm just like, are you really trying to get me to talk more on myself? Do you work for the government? Are you trying to get information from me? I don't think so. Hey, Ready, did you know it's like my birthday today, Japan time? I'm sure you already know. I have 20 pages on that Google Docs overall. So, like, can I get Skype perms until tomorrow? Because it will be the 12th tomorrow on the East Coast, and a nice song would be nice to gift for real. So, 2 things. You will get the Skype permit. You only get 1 Skype you can post, in general. But again, you only get that on your birthday. So probably tomorrow, or after stream. But you have to use it, like, right then and there. A second thing, I will not sing. I'm not a singer. Anyone here to listen to me sing? I've got bad news for you. You'll have a better chance at choking an Elmo, like, toy or plush and forcing it to sing than me. Take him out back. She's going in. Dogs are superior. Maybe a little. I'm looking because I'm making cornbread while watching. Oh yeah, no worries. Because apparently it's Thanksgiving in Canada. I didn't even know they had Thanksgiving. I thought that was like an American thing. Gotta extract more info for their for their own Google Docs. I like Piper move from this. Oh yeah, you're right. I need to move. Oh, thanks for the follow. Juan Delbon. Also, welcome. I see you said you can finally stop by in a stream. Happy to have you here. Hope you like what you see so far. Am I giving a good first impression? Wait. I'm trying to think of something funny to say, but I'm not funny, so I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Oh, and thanks for checking in as well. I'll have to put a pin on that. I can't think of anything funny. I haven't heard Guy pronounced like that before. Well, Eugene Krabs. You've just been hearing it wrong this entire time. Guy is the proper and right way of pronouncing it, and don't let anyone here gaslight you into thinking otherwise. I know it's right. I have an English degree. Some Piper, I heard you're a VTuber. Tell us about it. Oh, Al. Yeah. I never tell anyone I'm a VTuber. My family knows I'm a VTuber. They just don't know specifically which VTuber. And sometimes, what is it? Sometimes it gets brought up. I generally, like, don't talk too much about it because it's like, why would I want my family to freaking, I don't know, look me up, especially right in front of me? That's like a horrible idea, especially when I don't shit talk them. But it's just like, sometimes I share things I probably shouldn't. And like, for example, I will never not mention this because I think it's hilarious. Like my younger brother listening to roleplay ASMR. We should have a tally with the amount of times I mentioned that. But yeah, like that specifically, if my younger brother like ever were to find this, I'm pretty sure he already knows. By the way, there's like a 90% chance that he already knows, but I'm kind of banking off of like the 10% chance that he doesn't. But yeah, if he ever like found out that I shared that, he'd probably kill me. Like dead ass. I think I would just stop streaming because I'd be dead. I think I would be 6 feet underground, hidden in the middle of the woods. And my brother would say, he doesn't know what happened to me. I'll take your word for it. Thank you, Eugene Krabs. I feel like I'm like talking as your parent or something when I say your full name like that. You're being blessed by Perry for a karaoke stream today. Hi, Addie. Also, we're not. That's not happening. Ever. Oh, thanks for checking in, Denarchivus. Welcome. What's your degree? 90 degrees. I'm an English well, I was an English major. And then I had, what is it, education or Japanese, or one of the two. I have a theoretical degree in astrophysics. That's a lie. Like, you're lying to me. From an award-winning comedian, you first have to be unfunny to be funny. I mean, that is true, you know, like, everyone has their humble beginnings. I'm sure in the future, I'm gonna be so great. I'm gonna be standing atop with the giants of comedians. I'm gonna be up there with insert famous Canadian, or not Canadian, freaking comedian name here. Maybe he's lurking and likes your streams. I highly doubt that. My younger brother can't stand me. My younger brother hates when I bother him. LMAO, full legal naming chatters. God. I mean, I don't know, it feels wrong to say like Crabs or Eugene. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very sorry, by the way, if any of your names is Eugene. I think Eugene is a pretty ugly name. Nothing against Eugenes, like in the world. I just personally think it, I don't know why. It's not that it sounds dirty, it just sounds very awkward to say. It's me, your brother. You're not. That you are not, definitely not. English majors rise up. Exactly, English majors rise up. Stand together. Hold your hands together. We will just have to have our own karaoke night in the Discord and make her jelly of us singing. I mean, I'm more than I welcome everyone to like have your own karaoke night and let me watch. Let me sit in the cuck chair. Let me watch everyone. You can say either one, I'm called both. Nah, if I'm gonna say Eugene Krabs, I'm gonna say your full name, your full legal name, every time I read your name. My IRL nickname is Eugene, but it isn't my legal name. Yeah, even if it was like actually Eugene, please pay me no mind. Literally, I am known for having the worst takes and opinions on stuff. Like, just because I think like something is like weird or I dislike something doesn't mean like it's like factual at all. What if he doesn't know it's you and you're actually Hizoshi? I would think that's really disgusting. It's kind of like the Moona thing in hololive, like an ID, where like Moona's like, I think it was Moona's younger brother. Actually, unironically watched Moona until like he found out that Moona is actually like his sister, and he actually felt so disgusted with himself. Piper hates Mr. Krabs confirmed. I have nothing against Mr. Krabs. I think Mr. Krabs is an amazing boss and whatever. Actually, no, never mind. I'm remembering the time where Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob for 42 cents. Or like 62 cents, I don't know. I know it was like less than $1. I'm actually your brother, Piper. That's why I like to mention ASMR. Oh yeah, sure thing, Ninja. You're my brother from what is it? From Asia, from Southeast Asia. That's asking a lot of English majors, except the poetry focused ones were weird. Yeah, I mean I've been to a couple of slam poetry, like nights and stuff, and honestly, I think they're kind of bars sometimes. I just don't have the eloquency and like the creativeness to actually make slam poetry myself. Piper would never do ASMR. I would never. Oh my god, the story, she was his Oshi too? Exactly, Moona's brother saw Moona. Oh wait, let me pull up a picture. I don't think anyone here. I know some people are more visual with these kind of things. Alive. Moona. So Moona is this girl from hololive. So this is Moona here. And we all know why you felt that way. That was so funny. Amazing boss. You and your brother are the friends you meet along the way. So what about the poetry is slam? Well, it's not really, it's slam poetry, but it's called slam poetry. Because of the way that it's structured and written, it's kind of written in a loose term or loose way, like as like you're shooting bars, you know? There's like a musicality to it. But also there's like a lot of emphasis and oomph behind it. Like the meaning is very on the nose. Odd attraction towards voice that sound like family. Best face op and holla don't at me. If I'm being honest, I do think her fit is really amazing. But we all know, like, my favorite, what is it? My favorite hololive person. I mean, can we really blame me here? I mean, I think her fit looks amazing. I mean, you just can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong with her. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, let's say I'm walking down a high school hallway, and then I get cabadonned from Crony. I think my life is sad. I think I can just die right there. How many hololive people are these? There seems close to 50. There's a lot of hololive, like, talents, for sure. Kind of crazy Piper knows my content even though I haven't mentioned it. It's fine, I gave consent to get stalked by Piper, so no issue. I guess my 20-page docs is real. I hope this isn't too, like, TMI, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I find the arguments you get on Twitter kind of funny. I don't know why. You go really hard sometimes on like those threads that you're in on Twitter. And it's just like, it's kind of like peering into a window of just like, I don't know, like in my mind, like when people argue on Twitter, like in comments and stuff, it doesn't feel like they're real people. It's actually like knowing or being related or having a connection to like one of them in like some way, shape, or form. It's kind of interesting to me. But yeah, that's Crony. I like Crony. Crony's op is amazing. Bomb. Love it. I made it early. Oh, hi, Jinx. Welcome, welcome. Also, thanks for checking in, Spicy Picante. I'm sorry I didn't catch that. Slam poetry is the unspicy rap. A little, yeah. Shooting bars, Piper being hip today. I personally am not shooting bars. Slam poetry is the art of shooting bars in poetic form. There are 88 hololive members. You wanna know how many members there are in the library? 1. And that's me. Piper likes the window. I don't know, I really like the color, the design. I don't know what specifically about Crony's design that I like, but it just kind of just like shoots off. It's definitely not the double D's. However, outside of that, I don't know, I just love tall women. Like, if I'm being totally honest, like, not even in like a, you know, like, ooga booga. Wait, I think honestly, just tall people in general are, like, fascinating to me. Imagine being, like, 6'2", 6'5", and it's just, like, imagine, like, living your life looking down. Like, just genuinely looking down at everyone. To me, that's kind of crazy. I've been fighting the Crunchyroll AI help bot since Tuesday. I mean, what are you fighting the bot about? Why are you beefing with the Crunchyroll AI? Classic Time Warden with Narissa. I mean, Narissa's a pretty strong pick. I won't lie. Oh, hi, 26. All is legal. Something someone doing the legal will say. Everything I do is legal. I was worried you would say Crony, because that's the one answer that could shut me down. You're so right. Listen, Eugene Krabs, all I'm saying is that you have impeccable taste. Impeccable taste. I love Twitter arguments. I thought slam poetry was like a diss track, but for poetry, it kind of is, yeah, but it doesn't always have to be a diss track, like towards someone or something. It just has to have like a lot of like emotional meaning and emphasis behind it. I can tell you both have a navy base color. Yeah, actually, my sweater is blue. You say shitting so fast that my brain tries to process it as shitting. I'll say it, she's incredibly hot. I mean, if I could raise my hands in the air, yeah, she's incredibly hot. Is it the helicopter on her head? Well, maybe. Well, not actually. To be honest, I like paper in a cobalt design. I mean, yeah. I designed my own design. I didn't make or draw my live 2D model, but I drew the design for it, like the concept art for it. So I'm a little biased when I say I like my own design. I do think like Rory's design is amazing though. I do like Rory's design. Always a treat looking at it. I love like the coloring, and I especially like the great usage of like of just like white and black. I love white and black color schemes. I mean, I know in her case it's like a fantasy vibe, but like for me it gives them like incredible like sci-fi vibes whenever I see like white and black used together, and it's definitely not because of GLaDOS, for sure. There's a Crunchyroll UI. I don't know, I don't use Crunchyroll. Crony is my first VTuber, so I'm also incredibly biased. I mean, there you go. I'm pretty sure my first, like, hololive and VTuber... I mean, honestly, I think my first hololive and VTuber was probably Gura. But then I switched over to watching a lot of Ina. I watched a lot of Ina. I liked watching her drawing streams, because back then I used to be an artist. And I would watch, like, Ina's, art streams, because I would also draw alongside her. And then over time, it started, like, leaning a little more towards, like, Ame. Because I really liked her gremlin energy. And then once, like, the second generation came up, that's where, like, Crony stuck with me. I have back orders and been trying to get info on when my items get shipped out. I have 4 manga up in the air and 1 Shaltier Bloodfallen figure. Oh, like Shaltier from Overlord? Do you have, like, her base form? Or, like, which form of hers? I prefer ropes over shooting bars. It's a time thing on Crony's head. Shooting. It's also really royal, and that adds to her smugness and sense of superiority. We all saw Gura before we fell in the rabbit hole. Yeah, Gura was kind of like the gates for... Or not the gates, the gateway drug. For a lot of people in their rabbit hole, like, drop into, like, VTubers. Mine Ina. Yeah, I still like Ina, but because I don't really draw as much anymore, I don't really watch that much Ina anymore, unfortunately. I wish I did. I like your gremlin energy. I don't have gremlin energy. I feel like I'm pretty... I don't know. I'm pretty demure. I think I'm pretty demure. Kizai was my first VTuber. I do remember watching, like, all the way back then with, like, Kizai and, like, Kaguya Luna. But I never really got super attached to their content. Ina and Crony do both speak Korean. Yeah, they're both Korean, I'm pretty sure. Ina, I know, is, like, Korean. I don't know, like, born in Korea, but I do know Crony is, like, Korean-Canadian. I know that. Speak for yourself. I was in that dog before Girl was a thing. She only has human form figures at the moment. Oh, okay. Ota Tachi no Piper. Piper demurement. I mean, what can I say? I'm pretty demure. And they do speak Korean with each other. Honestly, Korean is, like, one of those languages I kind of wish... I'm not fluent in. But I do kind of wish I knew a little bit of Korean. I wish I could get into Korean stuff. I mean, I watch, like, a few K-dramas, like, here and there. But, like, it's never stuck with me. Demure Piper just swinging on words. I do lie, though. I did try my best to see Ina's stream, but I never could get into a VTuber stream and be, like, there seeing it. So I saw on Reddit a certain dork. Wait, Hyogan, are you telling me you found me through Reddit? I don't post on Reddit. I'm not a Redditor. The first VTuber I religiously watched streams is Piper. Wait, really? I feel like you chose a very strange first pick. I'm not gonna lie. Did you say Crony is part Korean and part Canadian? Oh no, Canadian. Like Canada. Love Alarm is kind of fire K-drama to sing. Is it like a love triangle? I really dislike love triangles. I feel like it's so unnecessarily painful to watch. Reddit VTuber. I'm not a Redditor. A Redditor? I found you through Reddit Piper, but you have not posted for a while. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really post that much on Reddit anymore. I don't really use Reddit that much anymore, actually. I mean, I open it sometimes to, like, look at leaks and stuff for Zenless. I like to like art and stuff from, like, Zenless or what have you, but outside of that, I don't really do much on Reddit anymore. I'm mostly on, like, Twitter. I'm doom scrolling on Twitter, not TikTok, as of recently. Crony is Korean Canadian? Yeah, I kind of figured. Korean Canadian. Piper is the perfect first streamer. I would not say that. I definitely think before ever watching my streams, you have to, like, definitely... Well, for one, you have to be, like, okay with, like, a little bit of unhingedness. And, like, being TMI, or listening to someone who is definitely TMI. She's detoxing from Reddit, she's healing. She's a recovering Redditor. The Gangster, the Cop, the Devil is a pretty good Korean movie. Oh, that does sound pretty good. It does have the triangles. I'm sorry, Tinker, I probably won't watch it then. I really dislike love triangles. It's so annoying to me. How it's like... I hate in romance when it's just like... a person is presented like two options. And like, I don't like the fact that one of them loses. I hate the fact that like, guaranteed there's gonna be a loser and they're gonna be super depressed and traumatized. She's on Twitter, she's not healing. She lost her fedora, no longer a Redditor. I mean, I'm sorry, I lost my fedora. Oh, hi William, welcome. The Zenless Zone 0 subreddit has become interesting. It's been posting the Bruin system much together. Honestly, if you could look into like the Zenless Zone 0 subreddit, it's definitely like a majority, like 90% is art. Like reposted art from like Twitter or something. And the art itself for like, I don't know, like 90% art and like 10% like memes, you know? And a lot of it is very spicy art as well. Very spicy. I cannot open like Zenless Zone 0, like the subreddit. And what is that? Like in public. I definitely will get like looked at from the person next to me. Korean is one of those languages my brain is bad at because I never differentiate the short and long A noises as different. I've never even like looked into like actually learning how to speak Korean. Kind of like Leon, Ada, and Ashley. I mean, to be fair, for me, I think, what is that? Ada Wong is the wrong choice because she's a betraying SOP, and Ashley's the right choice. For a non-biased reason, for an unbiased reason, I think Ashley is the perfect choice for Leon. So you like harem ends more? No, I actually really dislike harems. I hate the harem genre. Of course, like, just because I hate it doesn't mean anyone here also has to hate it. I just personally think it's gross having, like, more than one partner. Or, like, leading so many people on. I feel like leading people on is, like, one of the worst things you can do in, like, in any relationship where... like, one person... Like, you know one person has a crush on you, but you still keep them there without actually, like, telling them no. I feel like that is evil. I think that's just evil. Meanwhile, Seed Art actually finished Seed's agent story. Here, let me actually pull up a picture on the side. Zenless Zone 0 Seed. So Seed has been a very contentious character. At least I think contentious character because like everyone knows her as a feet girl. Like every time you look at a video and stuff, it's like always zooming in on her feet. Like official material and videos, like even in the animations in the game, it focuses on her feet. And I did her agent story. And I actually am so sad and guilty for like, because mentally I kind of stereotyped her as like the feet girl as well. If someone told me that they like Seed, I'd be like, I know what kind of person you are, like the Sergeant Dokes meme, I'm just like staring at you, kind of just like, I know you're into feet. But after doing your agent story, she's actually a very traumatic and like sad character. Like her life is a tragedy. And now I'm just like, damn, I kinda wish I got her. Not for her feet, but because I love her story. Like it's actually really sad. Her story is really sad. The feet girl, so you don't like when there's someone losing a romance, but you also don't like the harem ends. I mean, I don't like love triangles. I personally like romance stories where it's like definitively like there's one girl and there's one guy and they love each other very much. And that's it. I do not like it when like I come across stories and it's just like, oh, here's like two very obvious characters who are really into each other. Oh, but we're gonna toss in like a third character and can you spice things up. And the third character likes one of the characters as well. It's just like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And of course, it's like, I mean this in like every regard as well. Like for Yaoi and Yuri stories as well. I hate it. Like when what is it? Like I'm reading like a Yuri manga and then like they add in a third character. A third Yuri character. I'm just like, don't do that. I'd like the two people I was rooting for to get together and have them stick to each other. And they know their feet fans. She's the feet girl and the adopted daughter girl. Yeah, but I really dislike the fact that she's like the feet girl. I feel like she's too wholesome to be the feet girl. No matter how sad she is, her design is a bigger tragedy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of her design either. She kind of looks like she's in like a hospital gown. I don't like it. I mean, even then, it's just like, I don't like Zenless on Zero. It's kind of supposed to be like the Gunner game and stuff. Oh, thanks for the 6 months, Chester. Welcome, welcome. West Coast is West Coast. Alright, can we time out, Chester? I'm kidding, don't actually. Thanks for checking in as well. The first scene, I don't extremely hate her design. I just wish it was done better. I'm not gonna lie, like, for example, I mean, I don't mean to, like, zoom in here. But, like, why is her bra, like, in full display? Like, what character, like, what person decides, like, oh, I'm gonna, like, have everything else be, like, opaque, like, you can't see through it? Oh, but, like, my chest area? Yeah, sure. I'll have it be see-through. It's just, like, what world? In what world would you ever, like, do that? And honestly, it can definitely be done better. I'm not saying this as, like, an anti, like, oh, I'm against, like, Gunner designs, because honestly, there are other designs that I feel like do it better. Like, not to, like, dig up an old wound, but I feel like Lucia's design, original design, was, like, way better. Like, look at it. Like, I feel like this is something I can get behind. Like, it's not, like, a freaking see-through, like, top, but also, you get enough, like, cleavage, well, I guess under cleavage, and, like, it, you know, does its job, and it does it well. Although that it went to the feet. Doomed Yuri. Is that a smiley? I'm not sure what a smiley is. Paper doesn't rain, revealing clothing in my Gunner game. I want to ethically... Oh my god, wait. Ethically, I think is how you pronounce it. Ethically, goon to my characters. Maximum airflow. Well, I hate the love triangle only when it's done just for the sake of having one, but I don't hate the shows that do a good job on it. I do think, of course, I'm like, you know, it's kind of like a blanket statement. I do think some shows and like series do pretty well. It's just like one of those things where, like, no matter, I guess the best analogy for my personal taste is that, like, no matter how good a spicy ramen is, like, I'm sure it's probably made by, like, a Michelin star chef, like professionals, no matter how good it is, I just dislike spicy food. So even if it's like a really good, like well-written love triangle, I just don't like love triangles. Tactical bra. Whoever decided that is a genius in a free and fair world. The app that reduces air drag. This one. Boo window. I do think there is a time and place for boo windows. There is a time and place. I think this is an excellent boo window, for example. The halter tops are peak true. Under boob is slept on. I do think under boob is slept on. I do think that cute hole designs in some like characters are really like overlooked. She still sleeps in how peak Nicole's design is though. Actually, no. I just like Nicole. On both like a design and like personality standpoint, I just like her. And nothing will change my mind. You want to be an ethical gooner, I understand. I said that jokingly. I don't actually, what is that? What even is? I mean, maybe I should ask that. Like, not on stream. I was gonna ask, like, what even is, like, definitively, what is gooning? But I don't want anyone to, like, get banned or anything, so don't explain that to me. Or maybe I'll just look it up on my own time. Urban Dictionary is my saving grace. Drawing paper fairy with the underview window now. I don't like fairies. And it's not for any reason that you think. I mean, they're just not trustworthy. Like, literally, it's in their lore. Fairy lore is that they're tricksters. They're, like, mischievous little creatures that want to, like, play pranks on you and harm you even. Like, why would you want to work with, like, a little creature that is actively trying to, like, pray for your downfall? It's not about Twitch clothing guidelines. I do think it's unfortunate as far as like Twitch is concerned with the fact like what is that? I'm pretty sure when it comes to like vtuber designs, right? It's like vtubers are not allowed to have like what is it, their sides showing. Can someone tell me the exact rule? Like as far as like revealing clothing goes, they're not allowed to have like their hips show. I'm pretty sure. Or like a good portion of their hips. Watch Zenless on Zero give Nicole a 6-star version with a new soft slur and it'll change our mind. I'm not gonna lie. It probably will get me. When you have a goon cave, you're a gooner. I don't have a goon cave. Do people actually have goon caves? That doesn't sound kosher. Grace has nice feet also, but no one talks about it anymore. Was there a scene in the game where Grace showed her feet? I don't remember that. That's why I'm gonna draw you one. Imagine trustworthy Piper. I am trustworthy. What are you talking about, Agent 47? Since there are tall baddies, I mean, what can I say? I just love tall people. I love tall women. I see a woman that's like a foot taller than me. I'm just like, I kneel down. I'm just like Your Majesty. I think you're mixing up fairies and fate. I mean, aren't they the same thing? I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. Piper is indeed a little creature, praying for our downfall. I'm not praying for anyone's downfall. I'm your biggest supporter. Sprites, red hats, selkies, banshees are all fate. Isn't Vivian a banshee? No underbrave, no side boob, no banshee China pose, no fun. Exactly. No S where you speak the truth. Also, not to put you on the spot, but I really like the meme we were drawing of like your character and like the Rogic pose. Like both of them. At least the two that I saw, like the one with the photograph and like the other one like with his hands up in the air. That one was so derpy. I love it. It's so funny. Simply no high hips, no underboob. I think, honestly, more designs should have like underboob. I honestly truly think that like top cleavage is overdone and people need to go with bottom cleavage. Or like side boob. I also think side boob. Like there's that one, like, what's that one Genshin character that's like really popular? Or was really popular? The Shine Meeting girl, like what's her name? Yai Miko? Or something. I think That is excellent. Side move. Simply no high-ups, no underboob. What? That's ridiculous, which is bias. Yeah, unfortunately, them's the rules. And like, I remember like a lot of VTubers were kind of like protesting it. Just like, how's this fair? You know, like, our models aren't allowed to have like, aren't able to show our hips, but then, you know, like, you have like, like IRL, like streamers, like kind of like just in bikinis and stuff in their rooms. I don't know how it works. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's kind of like a loophole. I'm pretty sure as well, where it's just like, your model can have or show like its hips if you're in like the, what is that, like the beach category on Twitch, which I think is a little, you know, a little. Yeah, Twitch makes the rules. Grace shows her feet at C6. Her feet are paywalled. Oh, that's why I've never seen it. I'm not rich enough to like, not that I'd want a C6 Grace anyways. Like, the game is that person's room. Oh, is that what that is? LOL, exclusively 90% of companies being puritanical. It's because of payment processors. It's been a thing since Tumblr being born. Yeah, unfortunately, I do know, like, it's very, like, what is it? The issues are, like, intersectional in the sense that, like, there's a lot of moving parts that cause, like, a specific ban, or not ban, but, like, a rule to be set in place. And, like, for example, what is that whole, like, collective shadow controversy, like that. I can understand, like, why. I mean, I personally, I don't know. Actually, wait, maybe I shouldn't talk about this. It's, like, a little, this controversy, this, like, politics. It's definitely, like, talking about, like, like, internet controversy. I'm not really the person to go to with that. Listen, you don't want my opinions on this kind of stuff. My opinions are garbage. It's like, the moment you ask me, like, oh, Piper, how would you fix this issue? Or, Piper, what are your thoughts on this? I'm gonna, like, open my mouth and you're gonna be like, wow, Piper, you're freaking stupid. Piper, why did you say that? That I can definitely see, like, Ren. IRL streams get away with much more. I'm in a bikini, but I am in a small kiddie pool. In the background, it's okay then. It's very strange, but for some reason Twitch, like, these are the loopholes that Twitch allows. For some reason, I don't know. Listen, if I was in charge of Twitch, you know, if I was CEO of Twitch, I would fix all of these problems. Single-handedly, if everyone here, like, I don't know, argues for me to take, what's his name, DJ Clancy, like, his spot in, like, the Twitch hierarchy, I will fix everyone's problems. For sure. I definitely wouldn't turn into, like, a tyrannical, what is it, like, environment. Not at all. Everyone will have freedom of speech. I have so much I'm holding back on this topic. Let's just say Twitch not in my good books. God, Twitch hasn't been in, like, a lot of people's good graces, especially, like, with that whole, like, recent controversy as well, with, like, the whole, what is it? Like, there's a finicky thing with that. Yeah, with the viewer accounts, apparently. And apparently I saw, like, a post on Twitter about, like, going more in depth about it, where it's, like, in the Twitch partner Discord. I didn't even know that was a thing. There's a Discord server with, like, Twitch partners. Apparently, Twitch is, like, looking into it. I personally, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're gonna do much about it. I mean, what can they do about it? It's like, I'm not smart enough to know, like, how any of that works. I do hope they fix it though, for, like, because, like, I do know, like, a lot of people do worry about their viewer accounts. I really hope them the best as well. I don't want them to, like, I do know people rely on it for, like, sponsorships as well, like, or, like, if they're trying to become a Twitch partner, I really hope, like, they're either able to fix it for, like, those people. But over here, we're kind of just chilling. I don't know, we're kind of just chilling here. It's, like, one of those things where it's, like, I hope they fix it, but, like, whatever happens, kind of just happens. It's kind of, you kind of, like, accept your fate. Tell us your opinions. I'll tell you my opinions on food. I will say, after like my experiencing immense pain, I can only eat like pretty soft foods as of recently because of like my wisdom tooth pain. And what better time to eat microwave bread than now? I've been microwaving my bread and sandwiches like this entire time. Like these past few days, I literally was just at the the Asian food market recently, and I got myself like a few buns because buns are very like they're soft bread, and I actually got myself sponge cake as well. Sponge cake, I don't know how many of you know, but like this specific kind of sponge cake that has like a little bit of frosting inside of it, like a little bit of icing. It's supposed to be eaten cold, and you know what? I microwave that shit. I put that shit in the microwave. I put it in there for 30 seconds, and then I take it out, and it is godly. Having it like hot sponge cake, amazing, and it's super soft, so it doesn't hurt my jaw as well. I like Piper opinions. Oh, hi, Fire. Hope you're doing poggers. Hope you're epic. Epic Fire. First Fire. Is there a second Fire? A third Fire? Can I be the second Fire? I mean, that's already taken. Can I be third Fire? Can I be the eighth Fire? I want to be the eighth Fire. My favorite number is the number 8. I'd like to be the eighth Fire. If your opinions are garbage, then I'm a raccoon. Ow. Yeah, I shouldn't open my mouth too wide. Gonna head to bed now. Oh, good night, Aku. I'm sorry again for starting stream so late. I did not mean to start stream this late. It is immensely my bad. We're probably not gonna get to pray either, considering I only have like what? A little over an hour left of stream. Like stream time I'm allowed or allotted. I mean, it's very strange. Right before, like while setting up for stream, mentally I'm always just like, I feel like I can stream for like hours. I think I'm gonna stream into midnight, you know, like past midnight. But the moment I start stream, it's kind of like all of my energy drains. My social battery goes from like 100 to like emergency power, like 20%. And then my brain is just like, yeah, not anymore. I don't think so anymore. I think you're not gonna stream till midnight. You're actually gonna only stream for like 3 hours max before you die. It's very strange how like my brain works. And honestly, I look back at my old streams and I used to stream like pretty regularly, like 4 hours. And I look at those streams, I'm just like, how did I do that? Like, how did I do that before? Because now it's just like 3 hours feels like the max for me. And now like sometimes I even stream shorter than that, like 2 hours. I'm just like, damn, I feel bad for everyone here. Like, especially if like, I don't know, you look forward to my streams or you like have me on the side. It's kind of just like, I feel like I'm not, like I used to be, I gave like a fair amount of like stream to listen to, you know, like side content to listen to. Can you even count as what I do as content? I'm kind of like, just, I don't know, yapping into the void. I mean, not really yapping into the void, but it's just like yapping like unfiltered off the top of my head because I'm a weirdo. But now it's like, sometimes it's like 2 hours. Just like, I don't know, 2 hour stream is like super short in my eyes. I feel like everyone here can agree, like 2 hours is pretty short. And I don't want like everyone to like kind of think like, oh, I'm like a 2 hour stream Andy now. And it was mostly a method to counter viewbotting that has become a bigger problem, but it also is Twitch trying to reduce payouts. That is an excuse too. I feel like as Twitch though, wouldn't we want people's viewer counts to be bigger? Because it shows advertisers like, we have a lot of people here. A lot of people watch our streamers. But then again, I'm not a business person. So maybe it's a lot more layered of a problem than I initially believed. I took a deep breath at microwave bread. A Twinkie. I don't like Twinkies. I like Twinks, but not Twinkies. I took a deep breath at microwave bread. I think a lot of people are sleeping on microwave bread. I think a lot of people should microwave their bread. Unironically, like this is not me like rage feeding or anything. I do think that worm or like steaming bread is godly. I think worm and steaming bread is like exactly what people need in the morning. Get rid of your cold sandwiches. Get rid of your cold like butter on toast or whatever. And start microwaving your shit. It's actually really helpful. I'm kind of talking in a biased position though, because I personally don't like cold food. 30 seconds is a long time practically cooking it. Never put sausages, eggs, or grapes in microwave. That's not gonna stop me. I'm not. You're right though. They do explode. Play with the second bar. Fatigue hits you like a truck. It really does. No, you're absolutely right. It really does. And honestly, like sometimes, like, sorry to be on the spot again, but sometimes I'm like listening or watching your stream, and I look at like the length of time you stream. And it's like 5 hours or something. I'm just like, how do you stream for 5 hours? I know, like, what is that? Like, sometimes you're playing a game. Like recently, you've been playing that one game. I think it's called Link Outside. And then like other times you're like drawing. But even then, it's just like, I can't imagine. Like the last stream I did, like my longest stream was like, I think 7 hours. And that was when I was playing Eastside. That's because I locked in and I'm just like, I will finish this game today. Like in one stream, I will finish this game. And when I tell you that I was absolutely like dead after it, I was like so dead. I could not go for another minute once I finished it. Just put an all-nighter. I used to pull all-nighters all the time when I used to like go to uni. And I hated it. There was one time where I actually did not sleep for like 2 days. 2 days, and I drove to school. Worst decision of my life. I actually probably was like a hazard on the road. But I remember like going to class and I'm just like, I could feel my head throbbing. Like I was tripping my head like so often as well. Even trying to like blast music in my ears like during a lecture, which just was not working. And I'm just like, why did I do this to myself? Like why did I? To be fair, from if memory serves me correctly, it's because the first night I was suffering like, I don't have insomnia. But I just couldn't sleep for some reason the first night, so I was kind of like stayed up like watching like I don't know, like I was watching something. I don't remember the series I was watching. And the second night was because I had to finish stuff at midnight, and I didn't finish it at midnight, but I still wanted to like finish it and hand it in as soon as possible. So I finished that at like, what is that, like 4 or 5 in the morning. But I also had it like a class at like around 8:30. And like 3 hours of sleep. Well, I also have to drive to campus, or I had to drive to campus. And then I also had to like take a bus and stuff as well. So I'm just like, logistically, trying to go to sleep at like 5 in the morning when I have like a class at 8:30 just did not make sense. So I decided, what is that? I'll just like force myself to like stay awake. So I, I took a shower, got ready. It was like around like 7:30 when I was like fully finished and whatever, like getting ready. I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll just like hang around for like the remaining time until I have to leave. And then like from my 8:30 class, I like finished it around like 10:30. And then I had like another class as well, like in the afternoon, so like around like 4. And like when I tell you that gap period, I probably should have just went back to my car and took a nap, but like that gap period was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I remember I went to like an empty classroom and I kind of just like vibing in it, but like the amount of times I like chewed my head, like laid my head in my like desk as well, absolutely awful. I tried like keeping myself up by like doom scrolling or whatever, but like, it's bad when doom scrolling isn't really working anymore. Oh, thanks for the follow. You see the courier. Thank you. I hope I pronounced your name correctly as well. Also, thanks for checking Beater. Time to pick your job and become a full-time VTuber. I don't think I'll ever become a full-time VTuber. Like, even if I, like, let's say, in a very spectacular imaginary world, I was, like, super popular and famous, right? And, like, I made a lot of money from VTubing. I don't think, like, just the way I know myself well enough. I wouldn't be able to like keep that up at all. I'm very, very bad. And when it comes to like I'm not deadlines per se. It's like I'm very bad when it comes to like doing stuff when my brain immediately clocks it as work. So the moment my brain clocks like VTubing or streaming as work, it's like I'm gonna not want to do it anymore. And if I'm not gonna want to do it anymore, it's not exactly gonna work as a full-time job. So I definitely think I'm in a very like comfortable spot where it's just like, I mean, mentally I kind of like clock it as like, yeah, like VTubing is kind of like optional, but I kind of need it to be like in my head. Because like if I felt forced to like stream, if I ever felt like I don't know, I'm like I was like contractually obligated to like show up, then I probably would be miserable. I probably would be kind of miserable. Full-time pocket piper. It still like gives me time to watch more anime. 12 hours Piper stream is the Goldilocks in. I don't think I could ever do 12 hours. If I ever were to do 12 hours, it probably would have to be for something really special. Really, really special. Or maybe it's like my graduation stream. You're more of a content creator than half a lot of podcasters, and most say it's more entertaining, I believe. I mean, that's my kind of you, but I don't personally think, what is it? I give off more entertainment than like a lot of podcasters and like other entertainers. And that's probably because I heavily, well, not that I rely on, it's just the only thing. Oh, also there's gonna be an ad break in like 10 seconds. It's like, get yourself a snack, a drink, or a little flame. I'll see you in like around 3 minutes, or after the ad breaks are over. I'll probably just be yapping again. We'll probably do like a predicting of a, there are also a few things I want to talk about as well. I'm meaning to like talk about these things. Not really meaning, that sounds super serious. I just had some things I want to talk about. And then yeah, and I guess we'll wrap stream, because I'm pretty sure by that time I reach like everything I need to get to. And we do the prediction game as well. It'll probably already be like 2 hours. Yeah. Oh wait, ad break. There you go. How do you feel about fairy bread, Piper? Fairy bread. I don't remember what that is. Fairy bread. Is fairy bread just bread with sprinkles on it? Because that looks really stupid. Is that just like bread with sprinkles? That's literally just sugar bread. Why would you not just like, I don't know, add the sugar during the baking process? Like, why would you make it an afterthought? Microwave is where the bad food goes to be punished. I think the microwave is a very convenient and useful. I mean, it's just like factually useful for a lot of people, especially if you don't have time to cook or anything. Like if you're heating up leftovers as well. After some time working full-time, you'll get used to it and have a bit more energy, but that will take a while. I don't think I could ever get used to like working full-time like as a VTuber. I mean, I already work like part-time at an office. A very boring office, mind you. And like I do VTubing on the side, and honestly, I feel like even that's a lot for me. I know it's probably like super lame. It's just like, oh, you're working a part-time job and you're VTubing on the side, and that's all you're doing, and you're feeling super overwhelmed. You're kind of like weak or something. And you're probably right. You're definitely right, actually. I know of like a multitude of other VTubers who are like working full-time, and they also VTube on the side. To them, I like props to them. I don't know how the fuck they do it. I can't do it. Like for me, I mention it like all the time. I have like a very small social battery. So like because I have a very small social battery, it takes me like a while to like recover. And that's the reason why they're like gap days. And like generally I try my best to avoid like back-to-back streams. And it's because if I don't have the day in between 2 streams to like recover, the next stream, like whichever stream comes after the last stream, is gonna suffer. I will probably be so brain dead, and I will probably say things I probably shouldn't on like live and worry everyone. But yeah. Can use or you use this as your social outlet too while being introverted, so that means it drains your social battery too. Some people feel recharged with a social interaction instead. I know like introversion and extroversion are kind of like not super accurate. But I do know like some people kind of like get recharged as they're like streaming. For me, it's something like my battery depletes while I stream. Like it's not me like kind of gaining what is that, like I'm like battery or energy when I stream. When I stream, I definitely like lose a lot of energy, like mentally. Like after a stream, I'm like mentally cooked. Once I took a Benadryl, then immediately went to drive to class. At 20, what are you doing? It was really bad. Oh, you don't say, not 20. Taking a Benadryl and then going to class? You're crazy. Not even just going, you're driving to class. Oh, also welcome back from ad break. I hope you had a wonderful time getting yourself food, going to the bathroom, eating someone. I don't know. We want to be here as a cannibal. But yeah, welcome back. And like I said before, I unfortunately can only stream for like around an hour longer. I definitely will try my best to stop or end stream before the next ad break. Or I'll like postpone that ad break if I can. I really hate the fact that ad breaks are like forced upon us. It's like ad break upon you know? But yeah. You're super popular and famous right now, and we wish you could make money. Or make money. I mean, you don't have to worry. I know like a lot of people have different reasons why they YouTube. Everyone here already knows my reasons, because again, like my only social or my main social outlet. I don't really talk with people outside of streams, like in a very like in a way that I actually want to. Like I do talk with people like IRL, like my family, for example, my coworkers as well. But it's like always like the one-sided conversations where it's just like the moment I start mentioning stuff about myself or like something I'm interested in or something I want to talk about, it really does suck when you can kind of see the lights and the other person turn off. When you can immediately tell when they no longer are interested in the conversation because they said everything they wanted to and now they don't care. Like sometimes, what is that? I like try and talk to like my brother, like my sister and stuff, and like I'm talking to them. And like they're talking or telling something about like that's been happening to them or like something there that has recently happened and like they want to talk about it. But the moment I start talking about something, it's just like immediately shuts down and they're just like, yeah. Opens their phone in front of me, just like, oh yeah, that sounds like great or whatever. Oh, thanks for the follow. Thank you. But I really hate when that happens. And I'm sure a lot of people here can relate as well. When like the person you're talking to immediately like or shows that they're not interested in what you're saying, and that kills me on the inside. And I've also had like many conversations where I'm like I initiate the conversation, and then like the other person like somehow turns the conversation to them. I did learn that online, like apparently it's like sometimes an ADHD thing. Where some people, sometimes like a person with like ADHD or autism, tries to relate to the other person and brings up a personal story to add to the conversation. And like sometimes that can be misinterpreted as like them turning the conversation about themselves. I do know that's a thing, and like I'm very understanding in that case, but like my siblings aren't diagnosed with anything, so they can't use that. They can't say that. It's like I can understand if you know, like if you have been diagnosed and like it is like well known and like you tell me ahead of time too. But also it's just like if you haven't been diagnosed and you're turning conversations into or about yourself, it's like, well, now that's just called narcissism. Like one is understanding and the other is just like pure narcissism. If you game after break, then you have a reasonable amount of time probably. And we can definitely try. I don't know. Oh, thanks for the 10 months, Jackrel. Oh, hi, Jackrel. You come at a very opportune time where I'm talking about... what is that? Where I'm talking about... Actually, I don't know why I said that. I was just talking about something interesting, and I think it's something that you'd be interested in as well. I was talking about being in conversations where you're trying to talk about something you're interested in, and or you're telling a personal story, for example. And then the person you're talking to, I was using my siblings as an example, but the person you're talking to turns the story or the conversation to themselves. What kind of example can I give? I don't know, a few days ago, I was kind of venting a little to my brother about my job and stuff, and my brother, I was giving a very specific moment, something my coworker said to me that I thought was super passive aggressive, and I was telling my brother about it, and my brother was just oh, if you think that's bad, and then gives his own story about something that bad that happened to him, and in my head I'm just you couldn't just say damn, that's rough or anything. I would have much rather taken I don't know, that's rough, buddy, over oh, we're playing the Pain Olympics now and I'm the winner, you know? Also, hi, Annie. I can't see a cute barista. Me to a Facebook show, I made something not as incriminating. If that paper's a nerd, you're not gonna die, and I am not a nerd. It's valid. I can't even do skill in a part-time job. It's really time-consuming. I do think a lot of people don't understand or misunderstand the amount of energy that gets taken away when you're going to school or going to work and doing something else part-time. It's literally, if you add it together, it's literally just a full-time job or full-time activity. And that when the good old white Monster energy drinking comes in. You're super popular about that. Oh wait, where am I? 30 minutes pre-gameplay. We probably won't get to pray, unsurprisingly. I will do the prediction gamba though. Eating the bar time is a lot of time, especially for someone with various endurance problems. I do have many problems, a lot of health problems as well. It's not I was diagnosed with anything serious, it's just I don't take good care of my body. And especially as of recently, I haven't been eating a lot. I'm eating less now because it's very hard for me to actually chew food because of my wisdom tooth problem. So yeah. My friend with ADHD, and he will literally stop listening, and I don't mind that. I mean, definitely, it's one of those things where you kind of have to get used to it. You have to, it's kind of a learned thing. You kind of have to learn to be patient sometimes. I used to, in the past, I used to have an old online friend. I'm not friends with them anymore. But I used to have an old online friend. And they had what is it, ADHD as well. And sometimes I'd be conversing with them. I would be conversing with them, right? And I immediately get cut off. And it's because you want to share something that on Twitter. Because of course they're scrolling on Twitter. I'll talk while I'm talking. And they cut me off, they show me the thing on Twitter. I'm alright, continue. And I'm just in my head, I know I'm more understanding. But also it still kind of stings a little when the other person is probably not really listening. And whenever someone's talking to me, I always drop what I'm doing. I'm not the type of person to open Twitter on the side or listen to a YouTube video or something while talking with someone. Because to me, I feel that's disrespectful, but I do know some people need that. I know some people need to listen to something or doom scroll in order to pay attention, which I think is a little crazy. Well, not crazy is the wrong word. Which I think is wild to think about. How it kind of does help them lock in, but on paper you would imagine that's distracting them, but it's not actually. Sometimes I wish people just interrupt me and go, dude, I do not care, because at least I'm not wasting my breath. Honestly, Eugene Craps, you are so right. The amount of times I'm talking or yapping, and I'm just if you're not gonna listen, or you don't want to listen to me, can you just tell me you don't want to, and we can both part ways? So this sometimes, like, it's like a really bad thing with me in DMs as well. Where I could never tell when a conversation would end. And I'm just like, I'm continuing the conversation because, like, I'm interested, but I also don't know if, like, the other person, like, wants to end it just yet. I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, can you decide? Like, if you don't want to talk anymore, can you decide that? Can you just say you're done talking? I do the personal story thing. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a bad thing either. It's not like I got crucified for it or anything. It's just like one of those things where it's like definitely like a time and place, but like more often than not, if it's just like a one-on-one conversation, I feel like it's generally fine. You've been diagnosed. I personally have not been diagnosed. I don't think I have anything like mentally, at least on paper. Oh, hi, Sleazy. If you're doing poggers, yeah, that seems to happen a lot. I do that a lot, like right there. Bringing up personal things to relate is literally normal. Yeah, bringing up personal things is normal. I'm not saying like, what is that? I'm not saying like you can't bring up a personal anecdote or a story when someone else is talking about their own story. It's just like when you kind of switch, like if a person is like trying to like talk to you about something that happened to them, like at their job, for example, and then you bring up something that happened to you in your job, it's like you didn't give the other person enough time to like fester in their story, you know, like to kind of like, you know, ask a follow-up question or something. I feel like ideally a good conversation where one person is sharing a story or like venting, before you can start venting about your own story that relates to the other person's story, I think it's best to ask them like a couple of follow-up questions on their story, or like, you know, like their opinion on something like about the story, and then you connect it to your own story, because at the very least it shows like, oh, you're interested in their story first and foremost. You're interested in their story, and then you want to like relate with them, and then show that like you understand where they're coming from because you have your own story, your own anecdotal story, and that's like when you tell your story. I feel like that ideally is like the best thing you can do, because at least to me, if I'm personally like talking about like venting about like something bad that has happened to me, and the person I'm talking to like immediately like brings up something bad that has happened to them, not in like a relating way, but just like to bring it up, it kind of does feel like the pain Olympics there. Like it's kind of just like, oh, I was sharing something like, you know, I was being a little vulnerable. I was kind of sharing something bad that has happened to me, and I was kind of looking for like reassurance maybe, or to get it like off my mind. And now I have to like immediately play caretaker for the other person. You know, like it's very tricky. It's very tricky. Oh, things are tracking in new tonight. Welcome. Something else as white noise can often help me concentrate because it means there's less other stuff to distract me. I mean, yeah, whenever I'm walking around my house, I'm always listening to like music or something. I'm very annoying with that, where whenever I'm walking around my house, I either have like earbuds or like a headset on, and I'm listening to like music or a podcast or something. And it actually does help me kind of like focus a little, but I'm not diagnosed with anything. It just works personally for me. Where if I'm like in a conversation with sometimes when I'm in a conversation like with my family and the other person is telling me something, I sometimes just take off my headset as well. But I don't pick the phone or do another thing while talking to someone. I just find that rude. I do think it's very rude. I know like some people, I mean, it really is dependent on like the person. Like if I know the other person has ADHD or is like, I don't know, like on the spectrum, then yeah, sure, I'll be more patient, I'll be understanding. But if there's like nothing, you know, like if there's nothing going on with you, and you open Twitter or something on your phone, or you start texting someone else on your phone, like while I'm talking to you, it's like, to me, that shows you're not interested in what I'm talking about. If you are interested in continuing the conversation, what is wrong with continuing the conversation? I mean, at some point, there has to be an endpoint to the chat, you know? Like, conversations with me, personally, last a really long time. And they probably shouldn't. I feel, even if we're enjoying the conversation, I feel like conversation shouldn't last longer than an hour. I try to listen even if not interested, because I don't like to hurt people with that, because I hate it when it's done to me. I mean, Jackal, essentially, you have empathy. You have empathy. And I think that's a very important thing to have. I mean, it's just like, what would you do without it? But I understand that too, where it's just like, I know exactly how it feels. What is that? I know exactly how it feels to not feel like the person I'm talking to is interested in what I'm saying. And that's why I never want to like do that or impose that on anyone else. I'll be talking to someone and we'll get the main point across and I'll just stop talking because I assume we're done. I do think it's a very tricky. I think we should normalize just straight up saying like, alright, we're done talking. In conversations. The amount of times I wish the other person would just tell me like, I'm done for today. Or like, I'm gonna go now. Like, I wish more people did that. Instead of like awkwardly dragging the conversation when it definitely was finished like a while ago. 100% have something mental. Denial at this point is useless. I don't think it's that bad though. I don't personally think it's that bad. Piper is diagnosed for being too poggers. I mean, what can I say? I'm like super poggers. I'm literally, I'm the poster child for mental well-being. If they don't want to continue the conversation, they'll usually be like, okay, bye, or stop responding. If you want to keep yapping and they haven't said to stop, you're fine. Paper whose favorite manga is her relating to a severely autistic woman being like, no, I don't think I have anything specific. I mean, it's a work of fiction at the end of the day. And like, I feel like you don't have to be like, I don't know, like on the spectrum or something to also be able to relate with some things that like people on the spectrum do have or do go through. Like, I definitely am not on the spectrum, but I do relate with like not understanding social cues that well. I do think depending on the environment, depending on the situation, sometimes social cues are really hard to pick up on, like reading the room. Some people can do that as an intent relate. Like, I know what it feels like. But it can come up as Olympics, yeah. So, do you want the conversation then or not? Did you know that you can eat a burger, but you can't eat a USSR Gerald R. Ford? This is because the USSR Gerald R. Ford is a military aircraft carrier. And it's not edible. Well, I mean, you're right. I don't know a whole lot about aircraft carriers, but I definitely know you can't eat them. I do have empathy, yes, where people should. And try. Sorry, didn't pay attention to what you just said. Can you repeat, please? It's the most common thing I say to people. And my coworkers are getting angry by that, but I try to show them that it wasn't on purpose. I mean, to me, that is understandable. And maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine. Well, William, that's the thing I think more people should be doing. I think that is a really good thing. A pet peeve of mine, that I have, though, and maybe it's just specific to me, is when I'm talking or explaining something, or like explaining like or talking about a story, like a person's story, and the other person is kind of like nodding and stuff, and they're like, they're saying they understand, but then they ask me a question or something that's like literally answered in like my explanation, or like that I literally just spoke about. It's kind of like me talking about what is that? It's kind of just like, for example, meaning like, yeah, I recently did like Seed's agent story and like what is that? And I really dislike the fact that like she's known as a fake girl. Like her character has like a lot more to it, and I love her. I love how traumatic and tragic her backstory is. And another person is just like, yeah. Like, so like, whose Asian story did you just do? Or like, I don't know, just like ask a very like on the nose question that literally was just answered if you were listening, you know? I'm not saying like you have to like have grade A listening and then you have to understand everything that I say. So like, when it's like so, it's two things. It's like when it's so obviously answered in what I was saying. And second, when you're pretending to understand. I think, I don't know, pretending to understand is definitely contentious. For me, it's like, I'd rather you just say you didn't understand and just ask me to repeat myself. Like, pretend you understand. I mentally am working with the idea that you are understanding what I'm saying, only for you to not understand. And I'm just like, well, how much of it, of what I was saying, did you understand? Like, were you listening at all? Feel that's so bad was in our situationship with someone in the non-TMI version is she used her phone nearly all the time and talked to other guys while we were hanging out and was very manipulative about it. Alright, so Sleazy, I'm assuming you're a guy. You're in a relationship or situationship in this case with a girl. And she's on her phone typing or messaging other guys while you're talking with her. Like having a conversation with her. That is horrible. That is actually just bad. Like, that is so wild that she would do that. I don't know, it's just like, because I'm thinking vice versa. It's like, imagine if I was like, okay, this is really stupid. Imagine if I'm like, in a relationship with Leon. Imagine I'm in a relationship with Leon. And like, I'm on the couch, like, chatting with him. And like, Leon is busy on his phone, typing or messaging like Ada or Adamon. Mentally, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, pay attention to me. Not some other, like, whore. For lack of better words. I never said it was bad. It's just stuff's there. Like, I will stuffs have ADHD and depression, but that doesn't change how much I view things. It's definitely, I definitely think, like, these things are things that people should get diagnosed for. I really do think, like, I also don't, like, well, not to, like, put you under the bus or anything, I also do believe you have, like, these things as well. But I definitely think, like, self-diagnoses are, like, very dangerous. Very dangerous in the long run, like, for people to do. Because it, you know, it makes you kind of enter this mindset of, like, oh, I have X, Y, or Z, or something. And maybe when you get diagnosed, you didn't have it, but now you do. Kind of thing, because you kind of willed it into existence. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. Why am I getting a message about Duolingo drops? I have no idea. I don't understand how Twitch drops work. I think I'm gonna drop Twitch. But you said it was the first one that you made you feel seen. Yeah, but that's different. However, it's not really easy for a non-autistic person to relate to an autistic person. I do think there are some things that are relatable though, but you don't have to be on the spectrum for. And it's not me saying like, oh, like being on the spectrum is a bad thing either. It's like a different mindset to have. And like, not every person isn't born the same. And I feel like it's natural to have like some, or relate to some things that a person who has a different mindset also like thinks about, or like processes these things like in a different way. Yasasara, the untied Soviet public, I think he means the yes word. I have no idea. There are social cues that I feel are sort of given, but there are others that, like Paper said, would be nice if they were made clearer on the go. No, literally. And it really does sink. I mean, good thing, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like in the US, people are very, like, I feel like people wear their emotions on their shoulders here. So it's a lot easier kind of understanding our, you know, like, understanding social cues here. But I can't imagine, like, other countries where things are a lot more indirect, like the UK, for example. God, everyone's, like, passive, or even Paris. Oh my god, imagine living in Paris where everyone's literally passive-aggressive and sarcastic. I think a lot of people would not be able to make it out alive. Like, there. Nodders. Okay. Everyone just nodding at me. Is everyone understanding what I'm saying, by the way? Or are you just pretending to understand? Is everyone pretending to understand? Some people I know flip their shit when I ask them to repeat themselves. Well, they're just immature. I feel like that's just the way it is. If a person doesn't understand something the first time, and then you ask them to repeat themselves, and they like make a big fuss about it, they're just immature. If I'm explaining something, or I'm talking about like a story or something that I like wanted to share, and like the person I'm talking to didn't understand me, so they asked me to repeat myself, I'll happily like repeat myself. I mean, I'll probably like make a quip about like them not hearing the first time, but like I wouldn't give them like shit for not understanding because I'm also the same way. I also have like the same problem where sometimes depending on the complexity of like a story or what the person's saying, I'll ask them to repeat themselves. Because it's just like, I won't understand off the get-go. If you're telling me or talking to me about like how a car works, how like an engine in a car works, I'm not going to understand the first time. Chairwoman sighed. Yeah, don't worry, this is like 1 or 2 years ago. I'm miles out the door now. She was a nightmare to deal with. Yeah, I really appreciate you being so attentive and thorough when reading chat. Yeah, of course. I'm also really happy you're out of that situationship. I've said it before. I've never been in like a romantic relationship before. But nothing, I think, scares me more in terms of romance than like a situationship, because I personally, I wouldn't say I'm like very black and white, but I very much need like things to like be either confirmed or not, you know? And nothing sounds worse than being in like a pseudo relationship where you don't know if you're dating the other person, but you're kind of dating, you're doing everything like a couple would, just you haven't confirmed, and now you're dating. To me, that just sounds like a whole lot of, or leads to like a whole lot of problems, and it's no can of worms. Where, because both people aren't like set in stone in the relationship, I imagine you're still looking at other people. Other people are still hitting on you and stuff. And I feel like that is very scary. The idea that like you're in this like pseudo romantic relationship with this person, and they're still like looking at others, you know? Like they're still looking at the menu when you feel like you've already ordered. Now there's ways to ask by repeating what was said. Sometimes it just shows lack of attention though. I mean, yeah, I definitely think it's like, when you ask a person to repeat themselves for like the 4th or 5th time, it's like, alright, okay, just say you don't want to listen anymore. Unless you have like a super valid reason. To be asking someone to repeat themselves for like 4 to 5 times, it's like, you're shooting in the shit right now. And you're actually like taking the piss. Only my friends and family know I have ADHD. My friends figured it out on their own because it's so obvious. You and joke that there's no way they have ADHD because I'm in a whole different league. But it creates so many funny moments with them. I think that is like super like wholesome. Honestly, that is a very wholesome friendship. But also, I kind of like how they use me as like the reference point for like ADHD as well, William. I think that is actually like I wouldn't say integral, but just like a core part of like your friendship. Not saying you having ADHD is like a massive part of your friendship with them, but I think it's like it definitely like adds to the friendship. But we already read that. If you grew up there, you can just get used to it. Wait, where? If I grew up where? Can you repeat that? I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Piccolo, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to... Maybe I shouldn't threaten people. Even jokingly. Naruhodo? Doesn't Naruhodo at all? Yeah. Jitsu wa, wakaranai. Serious looking at Piper? Yes. I didn't listen to anything you just said because I was writing. By the way, can you repeat? Oh, I see the way it is. I see the way it is. Like, sure, there are some... Ow. I bit my lip. There are some social interactions that are unclear, but if you understand the environment or person, it isn't too hard to piece together. Yeah, for sure. Like, it definitely... Again, it's definitely dependent on, like, the environment and, like, the situation specifically. For, like, I feel like some social cues are easier to pick up than others. But yeah, it's definitely, like, generally, like, the person can put, like, 2 and 2 together and understand, like, alright, so maybe I shouldn't say X, Y, or Z in this place because no one else is, you know? I understand, Piper, but how many pills do you take again? And when you woke up in pain today? I took 2, ibuprofen. It's like 400 milligrams of ibuprofen. And then I took, like, a Tylenol as well. I don't remember specifically how much. And I've been taking that, like, every, I don't know, like 6 hours. I'm not a master of interaction, but I can read people fairly easily if I know them. I'm not exactly good at reading people. I wish I was good at reading people. But I'm definitely the kind of person who needs, like, things to be told to me, like, straight up. Are we not gonna talk about cars? I love cars. I don't know anything about cars. If I'm being totally honest with you. I know nothing. The only thing I know is that I really like the Miata. What is it, the Miata NA or something? Because it's like the Comey car, where the eyes pop up, the headlights pop up. He needs lots of positive feedback in social situations. I just need things to be clear, and I need things with clarity. I need clarity in, like, conversations. Where it's just like, let's say one person is talking ill about this other person. I need them to tell me if they like the person or not. Like, I will not be able to tell, like, if I should be giving my honest opinion, if I should be kind of, like, agreeing or disagreeing or something, if I don't know if the person dislikes the other person or not. Situationships aren't good for anyone. You should always be upfront and honest in all types of relationships, romantic or otherwise. That is 100% true. It's always best to be upfront and honest. I'm being a hypocrite, by the way. When it comes to, like, I've never been in, like, a romantic relationship, but even, like, platonic relationships with me, I'm very, like, indirect about the way I go about things. And it's probably not good that I do that. I'm self-aware enough that I know that I'm very... I'm not going to say, like, super toxic, but I'm very, like, indirect and, like, discreet about, I don't know, like, the things I do. And it definitely rubs some people off way, or the wrong way, I do think. Love my Subaru. It's a goofy little car. Subaru. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know car brands off the top of my head. Situationships get messy. Yeah, situationships very funny. You will have character development. Look, I think people call them situationships, and I get you because I have, like, a bit of a dependent or obsessive personality. So I know for sure I need some certainty in partners, but in the few dating experiences I had, I learned it's something you learn to deal with in time. You have to be someone not so special when getting to know someone before you become special. And obviously you'll know they're the right person if they show you that trust and longing to get close. I genuinely do think, like, in a healthy relationship where you are definitively with your partner, I feel like it should never feel like you have to fight for their attention. I feel like it should never be a thing. Where you have to feel like you deserve a spot or deserve to be their, like, significant other. When you start entering that territory, I feel like that's when you kind of have to, like, look introspectively or in a mirror. It's just like, why am I thinking that I have to, like, earn my spot with them, or that I need to ensure that they don't leave me? Because that reeks of, like, abandonment issues. I'm not saying like you can't enter a relationship with abandonment issues, but it's definitely something you work on. Like either before or during relationship. And you're right, I do have like a very, I mean, I wouldn't say dependent personality, but definitely obsessive. Where if I really want to be someone's friend, and that's kind of my, I mean, not to like go, like, I know I talk about friendship all the time. And I know I'm definitely doomer about like, especially VTuber friendships. I definitely, what is that? I'm definitely the type of person where it's just like, I need, like, when it comes to like a VTuber friend, for example, I need you to definitively tell me that we're friends and actually mean it. Like, I know, like, depending on the person. Some YouTubers use the term friend very loosely, and that's fine because it works for them. But for me, I function, or I work under, I guess, a different definition, a more close definition of friend, where it's just like to some people. The way they go about using friend is the same way I would go about using acquaintance, like as a term, or like a mutual as a term. And that's where like that misunderstanding happens, where like I'm very like, I'm putting my all, like I want this friendship to be a thing, to work. The other person kind of just sees me as like an acquaintance at most, but they're saying I'm a friend. And it's situations like that where it's just like, I really need like the black and white, like, are you my friend? Like, are we close, or like, are we good friends? Not close friends, just good friends. And if not, that's like perfectly fine. But I just need to know for my own mental well-being, whether or not, like, can I message you every day, or, I don't know, like, can we hang out, or collab even, and stuff like on or off stream, you know? It's like, that's what I look for in a VTuber friendship. And like, it really does think how, I mean, not saying I'm entitled to anyone's like friendship or time. It's just like some people are very like wishy-washy, and I understand some people get busy, but it's just like I really wish some people would just tell me straight up, like, I don't see you as a friend, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm not gonna go on a hate campaign to like hunt them down or something. It's just like, I'd be really grateful if I was told like, hey, I don't really see you as like a close friend, maybe just acquaintance or mutual. It's like, all right, I got you. Like, we're on the same page. It's perfectly fine. That's kind of fire writing. You still look at the menu when you already ordered. I feel like it's been a thing before, Ninja. I feel like it's definitely been like a common saying. But nobody is on the same tempo. TLDR, situationships are sort of similar to what we call dating, and it's a stage we have to go through before being long-term partners with someone. I really hope. I mean, I personally don't think I'm ever entering a romantic relationship ever in my life. And on the off chance that I ever see that goth girl again at the laundromat, I hope it's not a situationship. And the secret is to just talk openly with others about how you feel towards each other. It's definitely harder. It's definitely hard to do that. And that's why I'm very understanding as to why like some people are very wishy-washy. And when it comes to like friendship. And it's because it's very hard. I can't imagine like going up to someone and telling them like, God, I don't exactly like you. And I miss watching your streams. Oh, hi, Abraham Rose. I remember you. Welcome, welcome. It's been a hot minute. A very hot minute, actually. Months, even. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well for yourself. I do remember. I don't know if you're going through anything specifically. You were just at a very, not low point, but just like you were kind of going through it. So I do hope you're feeling a lot better from before then. Why did you mix Tylenol with ibuprofen? Because it works. I know a fast car wouldn't catch out in a race. Wait, what? What does every girl in anime girl like the Miata? Here, let me show you. Actually, let me pull up an image. I'm gonna show you an image of it, and you're gonna understand. You're immediately gonna understand. Tell me that is not the funniest, like, derpy looking car ever. The eyes go down. Rather, the headlights go down into the car. Here, let me show you the specific meme, actually. I'm a Comey meme. It's literally this thing. Let me pull it up. I mean, look at that. It's like the eyes go down. I mean, the top car is in a Miata, but like, it's generally this thing. You need clarity, wear glasses. Anyway, even if someone is honest to you, that doesn't mean it's the truth. I mean, I feel like that doesn't work. If you're being honest, you're telling the truth. She's 100% self-aware 40% of the time. But very quick, tell us your full honest opinion about each individual chat member. I mean, that's kind of just releasing the docs, isn't it? I will never release the Piper files. I should not say that. You know what a funny word is? Critter. Wait, why is critter funny? Or, yeah. Critter is like bug, right? Or something like that. It does in fact show signs of having struggles with codependency, impossible trauma with abandonment. I mean, what does? Piper wants a friend when give her their finger, fair, understandable. I'm not that kind of like weird. When it comes to like friendship, but I definitely am the type where it's just like I need to know definitively. Like, are we? Not that like. Are you someone I can rely on? Because that sounds very dramatic and something. It's just like, can I go to you without worrying like I'm bothering you? It's generally like my thing. Where it's just like, if I feel like I'm bothering you, if I feel like you would much rather be doing something else instead of talking or playing a game with me, then it's just not gonna work. The friendship is just not gonna work. I'm very like, what is that? I'm very self-conscious about this kind of things. So, like, I need them, like, immediately, to tell me. Like, yeah, like, I don't personally like hanging out with you, or I don't like chatting with you, but I still want to be, like, I don't know, like, mutuals, or, like, friends with you. And that's where I'm just like, I mean, at least you're honest. Like, I tried befriending someone. Like a different VTuber, I'm not gonna name them. And what is that? I was very intent, you know, like I was very intent on like becoming their friend. I was like, yeah, I really want to be your friend. Like I'm so happy that like you reached out and stuff. But then it kind of turned into like a thing where what is that? Like it kind of felt like I was more of an optional thing. I don't know how to explain it. And I don't want to go in detail because I feel like people immediately know what I'm talking about. But generally, it turned more into like, I feel like I was like, it's like I had to book the other person's time. You know, it was kind of like that kind of friendship where it's just like, I felt like not that I was doing all the work, of course, but it's just like I was bothering them. Like every time I wanted to message them was kind of just like not a good time. And I'm just like, I understand that some people are busy. I'm also busy. Viral stuff. But these are things that you should be said. And like, I don't want to be giving 100% in like a friendship, and the other person is kind of just like, I guess I'll talk with Viper, you know? Like I definitely feel like a number, and like in a massive sea of friends, and I really don't like that. Not that I'm saying like people can't have multiple friends. It's just like for me personally, I need to know that I actually have like a special spot in like your friend group. And by such, I don't mean like I'm more important or anything. Because personally, if you're really thinking about it, like friendships don't work in a hierarchical way. Like you may be close with one friend for one reason and close with another friend for a different reason. It's not always a competition. But if I start feeling like I'm an optional person who you can answer if you want to, it's like, that's when I'm just like, all right, I I don't vibe well. I don't vibe well here. I'm feeling a little disrespected, and I will not have it. I'm never abandoning Piper for real. I mean, that is reassuring. I will say, I mean, just like, I don't know if it's TMI, but I do know, like, I do have, like, a little bit of an abandonment issue thing, but it's just like, and that's why I always, like, mention how, like, streaming sometimes gets difficult for me, because it's kind of like a revolving door of, like, faces where, they're, you know, like, just naturally the way things work is, like, some people come in, some people go out, and, like, yeah, people have, like, regulars who've been here for, like, since the beginning. I'm very grateful. And by the way, for, like, the people who do stick around for that long, I also worry for you immensely. If you're, like, doing that to yourself by, like, listening to me, like, every stream. But it is something that is really hard for me to cope with sometimes, where it's like, yeah, sometimes I see a username that doesn't pop up anywhere. Or I see a new username, and that has been popping up, like, a lot more. It's just, like, it's a lot to cope with for me. As someone, like, who does suffer from, like, from, I guess, for lack of better words, just abandonment issues. It's kind of just, like, I'm put in a very weird spot. Where it's just, like, I don't know what the proper level of attachment is when it comes to, like, everyone here. And not even in, like, a parasocial way. It's just, like, I don't know if, like, should I feel bad when I know, like, someone isn't showing up anywhere? Like, should I feel, like, to me, that feels parasocial. When I notice someone's not showing up anywhere and, like, or they decide to leave the community and stuff, I feel like that is their right. And they're entitled to do that. And, like, I support them. Because, like, more often than not, it's just, like, because they prefer. Either they grow out of, like, watching me, or they have someone else they prefer watching now. It's, like, I support that decision, because it's just, like, do what you think is right. Not just that, do things for yourself first and foremost. If you find someone more entertaining, or someone who you prefer listening to in, like, your downtime or free time, then yeah, I'm all for it. Like, go watch them more. Like, go, like, turn them into your Oshi. Of course, I see that through, like, I wouldn't say gritted teeth. That's a little dramatic. It's kind of just like, it's kind of like waving to a person you know. It's, yeah, okay. How do I not make this sound, like, super parasocial? It's kind of like watching someone you spoke to every so often, or not every so often, like, someone you spoke to, like, regularly, right? And then waving bye to them as they walk towards the other end of the street and start talking with, like, another person, like, regularly. I guess it's like losing a neighbor, but I don't want to compare everyone to a neighbor. It's not like we live in the same neighborhood. I know, it's very specific, and that's why I'm saying that I have, like, a lot of trouble. I'm, like, coping with that, because it's not something I've ever dealt with before. It's a very peculiar thing to deal with, I do think. But of course, like, at the end of the day, if I ever become, like, overbearing, or like, you prefer not to listen to me, it's like, don't ever feel bad for wanting to leave. Being a book runner, which is, like, the fan name, I keep on forgetting to use, like, book runner. It's like I never, like, ever use that term. But yeah, it's like, if you no longer want to be a book runner, if you want to leave the library, it's like, I'll support you, no matter what. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and that you enjoy the new place that you're going to be in a lot more. And I, of course, am always, like, open arms, just, like, even just now, like, what is it, like, Abraham, for example, hasn't been here for, like, a long time. It's like, I will always, like, open my doors to, like, people who want to return. And there's actually, like, quite a few people who used to, like, be regulars, left the library, and, like, came back, like, I'm not going to specifically say who, because I feel like that is very disrespectful of me. And that has happened. And like, I don't know, it's like a surprise, a nice discovery. Just like, yeah, I remember you. Like, I remember your vibes, your personality. And you were gone for like months, but now you're back. Just like, it's great having you back here. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm being way too sentimental over something like this. I feel like, I don't know. I definitely don't think it's like specific to me. I just think I'm very like verbal about these feelings. And maybe it's just because I'm very TMI. But like, the way I go about like yapping. Relationships, regardless the type, take work. Obviously, when people connect better, it makes it easier. There are also others that don't do the work. I don't think people deserve to have the others do the work for them. I 100% agree, Addie. Relationships should never, ever be one-sided. If it's one-sided, you're not in a relationship. You're being held hostage. Yeah, people are having different definitions of friend can create some big problems. And again, I have like nothing against people who do hold different definitions of friend for me, or than me. It's like, I know a great, like I have like, what is it? A few like vtuber friends who I wish I was closer with. I'm like, I'm not gonna name names first, but there are like a few VTuber like friends or mutuals that I have where I'm just like, I really wish we were closer friends. I so badly want to be your friend, but I also know it's just not possible. So I'm not gonna like bother them or pursue them or something. Because the last thing I want to do is like peer pressure someone. It's like being my friend or. Because I also understand, like, especially when it comes to, like, streamer VTubing, I know some people, like, take, like, what is it, like, optics very seriously. So, like, they may not want to be my friend, but they'll pretend to be my friend because they don't want to look bad in front of others. And I don't blame them at all. Because, like, VTubing, especially if you see it as a little more than just a hobby, definitely, you do have to worry about optics as well. So I understand that, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want to, like, put people in a very weird position. Where they feel like they have to like pretend to be my friend in order to like not have trouble arise between like communities or something. And that's another reason why I'm very like particular about like VTuber friends. Like I genuinely, I'm probably like super anal about it. And by the way, you can have your glasses back. I feel bad for taking them and keeping them for so long. Oh yeah, I remember you had like your glasses on like a it wasn't a drawer, it was like a table. It's hard to be vulnerable with how you feel, but it solves so many problems and lets you figure out relationships so much better. I do think there's like not an art, but there's a very liberating feeling when it comes to like being able to be vulnerable with someone, actually reaching that threshold of trustworthiness where I don't know. It's like the next step in like a friendship where it's just like you go from friend to close friend where like you can be vulnerable, you can be personal, you can be very like you can share things that you wouldn't share with anyone else with like a person. And I feel like that is a very special bond to have, a very special moment, especially especially like when you've known this person or you want to be their close friend as well. I unfortunately just have not experienced this. I just haven't experienced it. And I hope I do. I hope I do. I'd like to say that I qualify for being a Miata in the Cars universe. I have a lot to talk about on these topics, I refuse to do so over Twitch chat. Yeah, I do know like a lot of the conversations I do have or the topics I talk about are probably best done outside of like a live streaming like format. But I don't know. I like the back and forth that I'm gonna have here. I can't fit in a Miata. Are these small cars? Call it, it's the OO. Oh yeah, the OO car. In derpy status, actually it's funny. My car looks like a lady just flashed him with the Miata car. That car made me remember a video. The top one is Miata. Oh, they're both Miatas. Like my mission being selected the... Oh my god. I'm lying by omission. I'm being selective with what honesty gives someone is definitely a thing. Wait, really? I mean, I guess lying by omission, yeah. The top one is an ND Miata. The bottom one is an NA Miata. That's what everyone is familiar with. I like the Miata NA. I think that one's the cool one. You can be honest but also be wrong. I mean, yeah, I guess they're not mutually exclusive. Or they are. Or not mutually. They're not mutually exclusive. I just had trouble using that term correctly, or that phrase correctly. Here in Japan, it was never known as Miata. And it wasn't even Mazda at the start. It was an offshoot brand called Munos. That is so random of a name, Munos. Oh, also there's gonna be an ad break in like a minute. So the game plan is after the ad break, after I catch up, of course, first and foremost. We'll do a prediction gamble. And then after the prediction gamble, I'll share some things I want to share. It's about like my tooth, how I'm gonna get surgery probably like near the end of October, and how I probably won't be able to stream for like a week or so. So I wanted to like ask everyone their opinions on like what should I do about that, and like what people still want me to like live stream, or like should I have like pre-recorded VODs like play on my VOD channel. That's something I want to talk about, but first and foremost, here's with a snack, a drink, or a little flame. I'll see you after the ad break. Or if not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday or night. And I'll see you next time. But for now, I will keep on yapping. Like Cinco said, my honest opinion is actually wrong. I don't think Cinco should be someone to reference. And if it's a matter of taste, we could differ between red or blue being a better color. And something like sing the hour for me is one for you another. I do think, like, I mean, when you get in like very particular specifics like that, then the truth can be very like flexible. Or not flexible, but it's just like, you know, like it's definitely dependent on interpretation. I personally think like it's a little pedantic to do that, but that's toxic, not gonna lie. I'm here to purchase a Miata. The MX-5 is attached to it. MX-5. I just want friends. I want people to treat me like I treat them. I've been around since day one, but you only stream when I'm sleeping and working. I do know in Japan at the very least, the time I stream is like super early in the morning. So I don't blame you. I both understand and I'm confused by what she is saying, which is the usual for friend talk. Yeah, I know I don't make complete sense either. I'm definitely not the arbiter of truth here when it comes to like friendship dynamics and stuff, but I like sharing my personal opinions and my gripes with friendship and like how difficult it is, for example. To actually get it working. I'll always be a fan piper unless you put Panda to tier 3, then I'm with her hands. I would if I could, I'm not gonna lie, but I cannot put animated emotes in tier 3. I've been here since day 1, she lied. Well, Jacker, you've been here since before day 1. I remember you. I'm pretty sure you followed before I even debuted. And I think you found me on Reddit, I believe. It is fair social, but oh well. I think it's okay to rebuild relationships. For me, I appreciate the time I spend with someone, even if it's no longer the same in the present. I definitely feel like there are multiple forms of grief. And there's definitely grief that comes about not being friends with someone anymore. Like, I've definitely had friendships in the past, like, where nothing bad happened. We just kind of stopped being friends, like, faded. Like, our friendship faded over time. And, like, I know, like, even if I were to reach out to them, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same friendship. It wouldn't be as special. And some things are better left, like, faded. Or, like, in history. Rather than, like, trying to revisit and relive the past, you know? You have to realize that viewers are at different levels of attachment to PAPs. Like the friend scale, there's a viewer scale. There's people who drop by, but also people who want to be a part of the community. I do, yeah. I do know that's the good thing. You can see the correct thing. Our audience, not their equals in the field, are experts. Yeah, but I do know like some people are probably like here. I don't know, which of you is like a sociology major? Because if we are not showing anymore, he's sad. As if he lost a friend, that is perhaps a sign to pull back some. I mean, I guess the issue for me is kind of like, what does it mean to pull back in this case? Like, I don't know. I know like the very clear answer is just like, don't get too attached to your peers or like to people in general. And I don't know how to do that. I personally don't feel like I'm in control of my attachment levels with people. I think that just happens by itself. Is my mouse gonna die? Sorry. I had to like plug in my mouse real fast. I have a wireless mouse. Most of the time I don't show up because I'm working, but I can be just lurking too. Yeah, that's not me again saying like, oh, you have to show up. Otherwise I'm gonna feel like you died or something. It's like definitely you show up if you want to or if you can, but definitely it's like mainly if you want to. I'll never feel like you need to show up if you need to. And like all of my feelings and stuff like in regard to this are definitely like specific to me. Like just because I'm feeling sad because I don't see anywhere doesn't mean you should show up for that reason. It's like regardless of how I feel. At the end of the day, it's kind of just like how I feel is how I feel. And how I feel shouldn't compel anyone to feel anything different. Just because I feel sad doesn't mean you need to feel sad. Kind of like type B. And she pictures that Fast and Furious image every time. If it's just like a loss, if it's just a loss of someone you talk to often, that's pretty normal. Hashtag faulty for life. I mean, what is everyone's opinions on this? My old like fan name was Devotee, and then I switched it to Bookrunner because I personally like Bookrunner. And Devotee is a little awkward and clinky to say, but I do know like some people were actually against me changing it to Bookrunner. I changed it anyways. Also, thanks for checking in, Austin. Even if I missed 99.99% of the stream, I shall still check in. And thank you, thank you. It's a very difficult situation. There are some VTuber communities I'm in where the VTuber considers some peers as friends. I do think that is very dangerous. And when you spend so many hours a week talking, being around together, it would be weird to not consider them as a friend. That is true. And like I said before, where it's just like, I feel like some people are like friendship material, or like friend in all the name, because of how often I talk with them, or how often I see them, like in like streams, for example. But I do think it's definitely a dangerous thing. A dangerous gambit, you could say. For a streamer to do, where it's just like when you start telling people they're like your personal friends and stuff. Because you never know. Again, people operate on different definitions of friendship, I feel. And like when you tell someone like, oh, you're their friend, in your mind it's like, no, they're actually an acquaintance. But in their mind, you're just like, oh, you're a close friend or something. In my mind, for most streamers, I'm just a name in chat, and that's fine. Doesn't mean anything bad. Yeah, I do know, like, sometimes whenever I'm, like, in another person's, like, chat or something, I kind of, like, try and mentally, like, tell myself, like, at the end of the day, I'm just a random username, and this person's, like, chat. I shouldn't feel, like, any type of way. If, like, my messages get ignored, or if, like, what I say doesn't land or anything. And I thought we were called bookies. Like the guy that gives out sketchy loans like I eat broken bones if you don't pay back. I don't think I ever called anyone bookies. Here, I don't think I ever used that term. It happens to friends over time too. It's kind of a sad fact of life since people change over time. People usually come and go as interests change. It just makes the ones you enjoy being around for long periods that much more special. I do think it's special. Having like regulars. I'm sorry. I needed to like sneeze, but it wasn't coming out. I do think like, I don't know, even like concept of regulars, like someone dedicated enough for support, like they are actually that interested. And like what you have to like give to the streaming world, that they decide to like show up to like a majority of your streams and be a massive part of like your community. To me, that is actually like I feel like a marker of success. When you know like when you know you're gonna press like start stream and you know at the very least these people will be here and you won't be alone. I think that's when it's just like, in my mind at least, that's me. That to me is success right there. Like I actually like made it. It's also hard to be friends or connect with other VTubers when they want to stream or work on their own content, and it's hard to keep up with other content creators. That is true. I do think that VTuber, or not even VTuber, but like content creators in general, probably have like a very small group or limited group of friends. Probably because of just the way content creating works, like streaming works. It takes up a lot of time, a lot of energy as well. Where having like a myriad of friends is just not feasible. Like, unless you have like a social battery of 1,000 and then you're an extrovert at that, it's just not feasible. Can a library have more than one librarian? I mean, it can, technically. Just remember, if you leave the library, people will stalk you. I do have that as a bad habit. That is like definitely a vice of mine. But don't ever feel like I don't do anything with that, by the way. I just am interested sometimes in seeing like how like old like book runners and like what they're doing now. If I leave for months and come back, can you say ew you again? Not 20. I mean, I will neither confirm that I will do that, but if that does happen, I might do that. I might say that. Just because you ask so nicely. It's like you have the dream of flying but clip your wings. Oh yeah. I definitely know that feeling. We were friends with Crony, we understand Piper. I wish I was friends with Crony. I love Crony. I love her dry sense of humor. Tell him in the DMs you want to be friends. There are so many. I lied. There are actually not that many people I wish I could be closer friends with, or I even wanted to start being friends with. But I know myself well enough where it just won't end well for either of us. Because I'm not a good friend. And I don't mean that in like a self-depreciating way, by the way. I think said it clearly. I know I'm toxic because of how mentally unwell I am when it comes to like friendship dynamics. And like ensuring that the other person I actually matter to the other person. You know, I won't dedicate myself to like a close super friendship until I know I can reliably not do that. You know? The last thing I want to do is like be a reason or a source of stress for someone. Like, it's Piper again. I need to like tell Piper this and that just to make sure that she doesn't feel like she's hated or that I don't like her or anything, you know? And I don't want someone to like feel compelled. I never want people to feel forced to do things that they don't want to do. And of course it's like a very like on the nose thing as well, but it's like I know what it's like to feel like I'm forced to do something and I hate it. I know, shocker, empathy, crazy, I know. But I really don't want to compel people to do things that they don't want to do. I'm very, very against it. And the last thing I want to do is make the other person feel like they're forced to be friends with me. I'd rather kill myself. Has not experienced it, she says. Meanwhile, I've actually told her your name and shared stories. I mean, it's very... how do I put it? I'm actually, I mean, as everyone here kind of already knows, when it comes to like real names, I feel like unless you're not, I don't know, like, you care a lot about privacy. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. I'm very open about sharing mine, so long as like people, I feel like first name at the very least, like isn't too important. It's when you share your last name, I think, where it's just like, alright, you fucked up kind of deal, where it's like that's supposed to be kept private. Like, even if I were to say my real name like right now, like my first name, like I don't think anyone will care. I genuinely don't think like anyone cares enough to know. I mean, a lot of people here already do know. It's like whatever. Alright, so you have like a basic fetch white girl's name. Like, what does that matter? Kind of deal where it's just like, yeah, then you can't do much with it. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta go eat Canadian Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, bye, Agent 47. Hope you enjoy the dinner. I'm sorry it's in Canada. I don't have any close friends or friends. I mean, I definitely feel like... I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't sound weird, but I genuinely think the best place, like if you don't have any close friends or friends, but you're part of a VTuber community, the best place to find friends is in that VTuber community. It's literally like the same, it's like imagine being in a Discord server, but like focus on like, or dedicated to like a game that you play. It's like making friends that way as well. It's like, I don't know, you have like a common point to like launch off on. It's like, oh, you both watch, I don't know, like me, like Piper or something. And that's your common ground, and then you can become closer friends. I'm pretty sure people have become friends in like the Discord server. And I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful watching that happen. I think it's like, I love the idea that this is a good community, but also a really, not strong, like a safe space in a sense for people to make friends as well. It's literally Animal Crossing. I love it. If you can't stream to take care of your health, do VODs. I would not want you to stream while recovering. I could get the pre-recorded VOD route for like when I am recovering like for a week. The last thing I want to do is like not stream for a week and everyone forgets me and I was just like, Piper? Who's Piper? Oh, that person. She hasn't streamed for like a week or so. Like, I don't even remember her. Do stuff when you recover. I could post like more shorts or like edit and stuff over the course of the week. I don't know. I'm getting to feel like a gap god. Oh, hi, Sir Nex. Also, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I also have bad news. I have really bad news, actually. I just reached the ad break. I reached the Seribot saying there's gonna be an ad break count, so I'm 18 minutes behind. I don't know how that happened. Piper, if you got your wisdom teeth yanked out, you aren't even going to be able to talk, and if you do, you'll risk ripping the stitches if you open your mouth too wide. Yeah, I guess yapping's just like out of the picture. Maybe I can like record my voice and then put it into like a text-to-speech thing. And I can like type my sentences and stuff. Or maybe I can just like have a GLaDOS text-to-speech or something like that. Like I was here since the Reddit post, so like day 7 or -17, pull back in the context of how I use it means to take a step back and reevaluate how you got there. Basically self-evaluating takes not of some possible problems. Not getting attached is peak. Turn off your heart, cry out for the loss of others so the day you find yourself as empty as those who are gone. I prefer the fan name of ponies. Also, by the time you read this, I'll probably be off to bed. So hope you have a good stream. Oh, good night, Austin. And you're right, I came to your message like 18 minutes later. I'm fine with either name. I also don't think ponies, because I don't have anything pony related in my lore, or in my, like, even design. We follow whatever our overlord wishes. We should be called Pipe Cult, because we have God in Discord, we got God and Amy on our side. Can we be called Pipe Bombs? I would, but I feel like people would probably get the wrong idea of, like, what kind of, like, community we have. If the tyrant overlord demand name change, who am I but a humble democracy-loving follower? I'm but to challenge the might of the Emperor God. I think even if the chatter is a regular post-turn chatter, there should always be a distance between the two parties. I've seen far too many chatters take advantage of the closeness, as well as streamers take advantage of the viewer for the same reason. Sure, not every chatter and streamer would be like that, but you never really know how a person will end up. I do think, especially, I imagine you've seen that, like, happen many times, Jackro, since you've, like, modded, or you've been around the block, and, like, the VTuber community. But I definitely am not surprised that happens, like, quite a lot. I see it happen on my timeline all the time as well. Or, like, controversies that are, born out of, like, a streamer in like, one of their viewers getting too close into a relationship or something. It's not like I'm a regular or anything, Baka. I want to so badly say kill Nat 20. But the last time I said that, and then I said, like, I'm joking. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was you who got timed out. I could be wrong, though. Oh, thanks for the follow. J Roach channel. I hope your name is J Roach. Otherwise, I'm adding Roach to your name. I'm really sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But thank you for the follow. To give you a little, you gotta feel a little. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you're definitely my top 2 streamer. You have honestly been going up my ranks, so there's something special about you for real. I'm very grateful, Ninja. That I'm at the very least, like, in your top, like, 2. I imagine realistically, like, top 5 or 10, like, streamers. I do think that is, I don't need to be anyone's #1, but I just need to know that I'm at the very least, like, in the picture. Like, in the picture frame. But I am very grateful. I wish I was stalked sometimes, but I have to be careful because you can't choose your stalker. You should never wish you were stalked. Stalking is actually very, very bad. Unironically, I need to stop doing that. I mean, I personally don't think what I do is stalking. Like, if you're looking at someone's public profile, it's not stalking. I genuinely just don't think it's stalking. Like, I've literally interacted with, like, a ton of, like, people. Or, like, for example, like, VTuber mutuals. And I didn't know anything about them. Or, like, yeah, or, like, some other VTuber, like, is rating into me or something. Or, you know, says hi. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. So, of course, I'm going to stalk them after stream. And by stalk, I lose it, like, loosely. I mean, I'm going to look into them after stream. I'm going to look into their socials, watch their VODs or videos. So I can get a better picture of, like, exactly who rated me or who's, like, saying hi and stuff, like, in, like, stream. What if someone became friends with you and they want to talk to you and hang out with you all the time? I think that would be called a blessing. I think God would be real. If Piper wrote in her notes, she didn't know my full name because I had it as a username the first couple days. Oh, William, you did. I do remember. Me saying your, mentioning how you changed your username, and you're like, yeah, it's because, what is it, that, like, you weren't comfortable having, like, your full name as your username anymore. Because I recognize the William part, but then you added, like, B here, I'm just like, oh, the letter is, familiar, but, like, not the B here. You have said your name many times, and we, in fact, didn't care every time. I mean, I imagine just, like, at the end of the day, even if I were to say, like, my real name now, everyone will know me as Piper. I'm just Piper, no matter how many times I say my real name. It's just, like, I'm Piper. No one cares that I share a name with, like, a bunch of, like, characters and names. I wasn't here for the name, but I would care. I'm gonna start skimming a bit because I also realized it's about 10:30 my time. I feel like I'm streaming way too late into the day now, and I definitely don't want to keep anyone up if you're in America. So I'm gonna start skimming. We'll do the wheel spin gamba, and then I'm gonna talk about my surgery and stuff, or my wisdom tooth issue, and then I'll see everyone Tuesday. That is the plan here. I think that's a great plan. Also, me not be able to stream on Thursday, depending on I mean, I can cancel stream on Thursday because I have an appointment on Thursday. But I also know that I'll get home, but I'll get home at around the evening. So would everyone be okay with a stream at 8 o'clock? Maybe? 8 p.m, an hour later? A 2-hour stream? Or would everyone be nah, just don't even stream at that point. But yeah, here, let me scroll down. How to avoid talking while covering. Protective my privates. I don't give out my Christian name. No, that's fair, that's fair. You get to do TTS. Honestly, yeah. TTS is definitely an avenue I can go. The issue with that, Piper, is we will make you laugh and your mouth will bleed all over. That is true, actually. Actually, no, you're so right. I'm not a big fan of TTS, I get it, but sometimes it gets annoying when trying to hear what's going on in the stream. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about adding TTS to my own streams, not as me talking, but just someone can I don't know, throw bits or something or channel points and have a TTS message play. But I also do think it's a little intrusive, I will say. When I watch Connor stream, CDogVA, and sometimes when the TTS plays, sometimes I'm just I can't understand what's happening anymore. We need to up our boringness if you stream with TTS because it would be risky. It probably would. I wouldn't doubt everyone making me laugh and my mouth starts hurting even more. Also, thanks for checking in, Made Magic. Thank you. Piper called Jacko built for the streets. I never said that. There's a video that someone tried to break into their house with a sledgehammer. Oh my god. That is crazy. A sledgehammer? Personally on their timelines and stalking if you don't want people to see it, block it. Exactly. Stalk people, I've been stalked by a mountain lion and a few wolves before. Okay, that is actually terrifying. Hi, Viper. I need magic. Piper, I barely know her. God. Low-hanging fruit. Grr. Piper, goddess of the pipe bombs. You're Piper, you're our librarian. Hell yeah, I'm down with a late stream. I say just rest, no matter the hour, forget we ball. I love that. I'll be sleeping or working, but you do your thing. Power to Piper. Thank you, Abraham. I'll watch you even if you stream for 30 minutes. Well, that's really reassuring. Speaking of we ball, Piper, we need to gamble. We're gonna read this in half an hour. The horse needs to win. You're right. I'm gonna set up the predicting gamble now. So let's see. Which team will win? And I'll have it set for 5 minutes, so make sure you get your bets in. I kind of hate TTS bits reads or donor reads on larger streams, because at some point chat just uses it to try to be the funniest person in chat. Yeah, and it's sometimes what they say just does not hit, or it's a very niche reference. Put a funny voice in TTS and it would be fun. Imagine Gladys. I just need Gladys more in my life. She's getting closer. She actually caught up. Most of what is said is cringe. Yeah. Sometimes it gets very cringe, it's very cringeworthy. And honestly, it kind of takes me out of the stream. But don't forget to... I remember someone saying, how do they pick their team? In order to pick your team, you press predict at the top, and then you input a certain amount of channel points you're willing to gamble on a specific team. in here. Let me move myself real fast. I'm gonna move myself over here. And give me 1 second. And I have a wheel with all the team names on it, and we spin the wheel, and whichever the arrow lands on is the winner, is the team that wins. So right now, the gamba is up. Make sure you gamble for your favorite team. Make sure you gamble for your horse. Last time, the team that won was Team Worms. Just saying. I also noticed that Team Worms have like 0 people, like, what is it? And putting candle points for them. Damn. Team Worms fell off. And let me tell everyone, like, exactly the breakups right now of, like, the points. So, Team Worm has 1 point. Team Psyop has 1 point. Team Inflation has 1 point. And Team Mudang has 2 points. And the way this works is that the first team that reaches, or not the first team, but like the team that reaches 3 points goes into the Hall of Fame and gets replaced with a new team that we all brainstorm, the name of. So literally this is just horse racing, minus the horses. And that is essentially what this is. Team Sap, let's go. Come on, statistically Sap is ready for a win. It's just Cringer and side jokes. Yeah. As always, Piper, I need to see the wheel so I can see the most likely winner. I even had a plugin so I know the lane speed delay. I really doubt that, Ninja. I think what you're seeing is a load of BS. I don't think you can actually, like, time the winner. Also, you may hear a ping, Piper. Just ignore it until after stream. A ping. Terrible point distribution today. I mean, Team Stinky literally has 10 points. I don't blame people. I imagine, like, as, like, I don't know, like, like, when you keep on betting all your points into, like, a team and you keep on losing, you're bound to just, like, not have any points left. Ding Camp put 2 votes. I bet that. Team Polar Bear for upcoming team. I do think that's a great team name. Team PP, my hope is 6 feet under. Preemptive right, Team Inflation for the win. Team Inflation is not gonna win. At least I hope not. 10,000 points for Inflation. You should blur this circle. I mean, I can hide the wheel. How about Team Chooser? Team Chooser. Where does the chooser come from? Preemptive right? Where did that? You shouldn't blur that. Oh, it looks like there's only like around, what, 20-30 seconds left the gamba. Make sure you're betting your points right now. If you want to win big, you need to bet big. I'm off to bed, Piper. Oh, good night, MG. You don't want to, like, gamble before you go to bed? I think you should gamble before you go to bed. I think you should put points in one of the teams and then wake up to a nice surprise. Damn, imagine if Team Stinky wins. No, I need the wheel. I have no idea why Automod stopped that. I don't know either. Team Megan? Or... oh, Team Backwards. No, the team name is Team Chooser. Yeah, wait. Is Team Chooser a reference to something? Okay, Piper. At exactly when I send this, you need to spin after 48 seconds. I'm not gonna spin after 48 seconds. And why not Team Nerd Cerulean? Apparently your family just does demonic curses for fun. It's a reference to this chat. Team Chooser. Oh, okay. Team God? Okay, is everyone ready? I'm gonna spin the wheel. In 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Let's see who's gonna win. Is it gonna be Team Worm again? Oh my god. It's Team Mommy Evelyn from Zenless Zone 0. Team Evelyn has won their first win. This is a major upset. I can't believe Team Evelyn. Oh my god, wait. Is Nugget here? Did Nugget gamble? If Nugget did not gamble, she does not have her woman. Is all I'm saying. I'm banning Nugget. Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. I need to do something to celebrate. My life is over, right? Nugget is not here. Oh, she missed her team winning. She could have won big. I'm rigged. I can't believe this wheel is rigged. It's not rigged. I would never rig a wheel. Ever. Probably. I mean, I would rig it if I knew how to. But I don't know how to. But yeah, that's the first time Team Evelyn has won ever since their inception. So it looks like... Damn. Looks like Team Mooding is still in the lead though, with 2 wins. They're 1 win away from entering the Hall of Fame. And Team Evelyn has finally got their foot in the race. Team PP and Team Stinky are the only teams that haven't won a single time yet. She's laughing at us wherever she is. Ref, I believe someone sabotaged the wheel this one. No one sabotaged the wheel. No one would ever. Can you spin again? I'm studying this rigged wheel. Wait, which team is that? Which team is on Team 3? Here, wait, I need to... So Team 3 is Worms. Nugget did win. Well, congratulations to everyone who believed in Team Evelyn. Evelyn is kind of a mid-character, gameplay-wise. In Zenless, but I think she's really hot. So congratulations. You love blonde dummy mommies. Her W engine is broken though. Oh yeah. Her W engine is wild. I was reading it, like, because I was like fighting the urge to like get Orphe. I looked at like Evelyn's like character and like her, and what is that, her W engine. I'm just like, damn, kind of loaded though. But yeah, congratulations, Team Evelyn. Team Evelyn, you have won your first race ever. What were you gonna do after the wheel? I don't remember. I'm losing track of time. Not time. My life. You guys wanna look at this funny meme again? And that's even funnier. I know hope for Pew Pew. Scarce, Pew Pew will win one day. One day, Pew Pew will win. At Tony and Noodle also won. Oh, congratulations to you two. We're so back. And oh, I'm ending. Yeah, okay. Let me quickly look. I wrote some notes down because there are some things I did wanna talk about. Let me move myself back to the middle. Also, just a double check, is everyone okay with this new layout? For stream? Like, is everyone okay with like me being in the middle? Instead without like the golden border that I used to have? Or is everyone just like uncomfortable? Speaking of engines, I've recently started to become partial to the 606 engine. Is that a car engine? And you're gonna race once for your medical bills? It's fine, I can pay my own medical bills. Trust me, I know like some people like make subathons or donathons for like to pay their medical bills. I don't think I'll ever do that. I don't think I'm the kind of person to do that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that either. It's just like for me personally, I would much rather ask my family for help than ask like people online for financial help. I feel like there are so many better things you can use your money on that doesn't require you to like donate it to some random bozo on stream. Especially if that random bozo is me. The layout is nice. We like paper front and center without a barrier to stop her from hitting us with a crowbar. Needs a mirror ball. I watch at 160p. It's just like a bunch of pixels. See, it's usually only done as a last resort anyway. Yeah, it's usually a last resort. I'm out of ideas, please help me. I do see that, like, being the majority. Of, like, at least for those specific, like, donathons or subathons. 10 out of 10 layout. Also, I like the minimalist aesthetic since you tend to put a lot of random stuff around your screen. Yeah. I mean, I can also, like, take them away. As well. I'm not taking away the polar bear. It looks so empty right now. It looks so empty without those other two things. You're not a bozo, you're a piper. Thank you. Would you rather suffer in silence or ask for help to your family though? I'd rather suffer in silence. I don't like asking my family for help. Bring back the dancing piper. The polar bear survived the purge. Need to add a guide. My ADHD. The polar bear is there as a threat. You knew the answer. Yeah, I don't like asking my family for help with anything. Because they're the type of people, not to like drag them or throw them under the bus, but they're the kind of people who are just like, they will bring it up. And they will make you feel bad about it. And I'm looking, there are some things I want to talk about more, but I can probably just talk about it on Tuesday. And I guess on Thursday, I won't cancel stream. I'll just probably stream later and shorter than usual. So I'm sorry about that. So on the 16th, I'll be having a short, like, late stream. But yeah, I guess we've reached the end. I guess everyone here is free to go. I don't know why I'm making things awkward. I'm sorry, I'm making things awkward. Thanks everyone here for coming to stream. Thanks for taking time out of your Saturday to, like, say hi, hang out a little. I'll see you on Tuesday. I'll actually play Prey on Tuesday, probably, maybe, definitely. And yeah, I'm not gonna read into anyone. I'm just gonna let everyone scatter. I mean, it's Saturday. Who wants to read on a Saturday night? Who's even alive right now? He's streaming. Yeah, I don't think these people want to see my face. Alright. I'll see everyone on Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest. I don't know why I'm dragging it out now. I'm sorry. I'm weird. I'm stupid. Alright, bye everyone. Bye-bye. Wait, let me... Bye-bye. Oh, wait. I feel like I'm stealing that from someone. I need to stop. Alright, now bye. For realsies.